G'day D-Live and welcome back to the Gives a Minute D-Live stream for a Wednesday afternoon.
I just want to tell you how it feels.
I just want to tell you how it feels. Who did that? Shyla Rose! I haven't even got through my intro. For a Wednesday afternoon at fair, it has just gone 1 minute to 3 in the PM for me. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening to you, whatever the time it is, wherever you're consuming this content. You're always welcome right here on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Looking into the chit chat, I see H-Man, I see James in Germany, I see Comptech, I see Davo, I see Shyla Rose, I see 5 crew, and therefore 5 freaking cheerses, because everyone gets a cheers when they join the Gives a Minute D-Live stream chit chat. This vessel of H2O and this microphone, well, when these two things touch each other, somewhere, somehow, some way, that represents the cheers. And I've got no idea why that is either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 freaking cheerses for a Wednesday affair. Wednesday's cryptocurrency streams. Give me 1 second. Just got back from a 10K fitness walk. Replenishing water. Also, green tea. Little ginger and lemon in there too to eradicate the foulness of the green tea. In the chit chat, I gotta do a little bit of scrolling here. What? Hendrick, yo James, yay Hendricks, cool bro. Grimsky, end of last stream. This is the comments from the last stream. What's is up? What's is up, Davo? What's is up? Yo, what's? Get back down here. What's is up? Hope what's is okay. How you doing today, bro? I'm doing well. I'm doing very well.
Mayonnaise! Wow!
Mayonnaise! Wow!
Wow!
Who did that? Who did that? Gunsmoke with the ice cream and lemon. Thank you, Gunsmoke. I'm getting to the bottom of the chat. Just give me a second. Give me a little... Hendo! Compo! Davo! Charlotte's giving you all Australian names. Hendrick becomes Hendo. Comptech becomes Compo, and Dave, surprise, surprise, becomes Davo. I love it. Just listening to music, and now I'm here. Davo, well, it's good to see you, my friend. Shiloh, Shala O. Is that what happens then? Shala O. James O. Shala, let the party start. And Shala tells me how it feels. I just want to tell you how it all feels. Comptech, hey, Shala. Hey, my screen's a little far over now. What's going on with that? Must have moved it. That's not what I wanted. Just trying to get all this layout exactly how I want it. It's almost there. I'm not 100% certain if this monitor, which is my old small one, which is now over here, I'm not too sure if that should be vertical or if it should be horizontal. We'll see. I'm going to use it today on the stream. But right now, I'm not 100% certain if it's better vertical or horizontal, but we'll check it out. Comptech, and Comptech's going to help us today on the stream, folks. He's going to actually call in. We're going to use the call-in feature to have this discussion. Ooh. Although I see Comptech's not a rose giver. Maybe we got to be relaxed on that rule on the crypto streams. We got to be. And by the way, dude, okay, forget I even said that. You've contributed way more, right? Way more than. Forget it, dude. You're good to call in without being a rose giver. Let me just say that. Hey, Comptech, Two-Way Street, Charlotte Rose, Tracy Woods. Hello, Tracy. Hello, Trace. Yeah, so, let me just... Hey, by the way, Comptech, are you I think this house is settling. Are you okay if I read the Discord message you sent me last week? Are you okay if I read that out? I think that... So, by the way, for those that are watching, this whole stream is cryptocurrency. All the content on today's stream is cryptocurrency. If you're even remotely interested in cryptocurrency, if you've got a general interest, your inquiry or whatever, you don't know anything about it, you want to learn, that's the stream for you today. Every Wednesday, once a week, we do this detailed deep dive in, and we've got some interesting content that's gonna. Well, I'm hoping it's wrong, but from Comptech and his thoroughness, I'm pretty certain he's got this right. And he says, sure, read it. So I'll read this out to you. So This will form the basis of the stream. We've got a few things to do as well. By the way, we can also check my Sun.io vests this week too. They're already out. So let me read this out to you. Comtech says, hey Gibbs, I found out stockpile in Bankroll is a deposit-only situation. You can and you should withdraw your rewards when they are large enough, but do not roll over the rewards. There is no way to withdraw the STCK, which is stock, that is in there. Unlike Stronghold, where you can withdraw your investment as banker, not Banker X, banker. And then Comtech says, I have a fair amount in stockpile and can only withdraw the rewards, not the investment amount. This is a learning process. And I said, interesting. I wonder what the roll feature is for then. Because the roll of the dividends in Bankroll, in stockpile, in Stronghold works very, very well. And you get you get your return in TRX. So then Comtech says the roll takes your rewards and rolls it into your stock STCK investment. And I said, so that's compounding, right? That's a good thing. But then he says, yes, it compounds, but when you want to withdraw your crypto from the STCK, all you can withdraw is the rewards. The investment cannot be withdrawn. As in Stronghold, where you can withdraw the entire amount of crypto you've invested. Go look at the Stronghold site and you'll see a section for withdrawing your banker tokens. Now look at the stockpile site. There is no section to withdraw Banker X. There is a transfer section, but no withdrawal. He says, I've been looking into it so I can withdraw my investment. I have about 10 times what you have invested in stockpile. So he's, obviously motivated here. And that's, so I'm motivated to find out how to get my compounded tokens out. I'll keep you posted. I said, very interesting. That's a big whoopsie on their behalf, if so. And therefore, it smacks of a bit of a scam at that point, right? If you can invest, but you can never withdraw the initial investment or the compounded investment, that doesn't sound right at all. Comtech then said, I just watched a YouTube video of a kid who talks about stockpile. He shows that there is no sell section. He never actually clicks on the buy button. So it is a long-term investment, aka forever. I will receive rewards from now on, but I cannot withdraw my 19.990K, 19K of stock. There was more, but I was testing to see if I could send it to my wallet or to Stronghold, but no such luck. Who did that? Oh, Charlotte gifted. Charlotte, Charlotte, you didn't have to do that, but I appreciate you doing it. And Comtech, now you can call in later. Hey, Doug's in the house. Hey, Gun Doug. Shunt off. No, you're off because of I was gonna say compounded interest. You're off because of the other C, the C word. So he says it seems odd that there would not be a way, say after 1 or 2 years, to withdraw the entire amount. At least Sun lets you have your investment back and your earnings are released after either 2 months or 6 months. I said I reckon we'd have to look into this in detail in the next week's stream. So that's why we've got this situation to look at. I'm hoping that's wrong, even though I don't have a great deal invested in stockpile. But as Comtech says, he's got about 10 times the amount I have. So you'd want to think that that's somehow we've got this wrong, right? Somehow we've got it wrong. I don't know and that's what's going to happen. We're going to have Comtech come on. We'll share the screen. We'll have a good look at it in real time and try to work this out. We'll get into that after the first break, but that's the plan for the stream. Comtech also wants to talk to us a little about these phony coins that you see in wallets. Now, we've already looked into this once before with a token called... What was it called? Roll? No. I've forgotten the name of it, but there was a token that just appeared in my Tronlink wallet and also in Comtech's wallet. And apparently it's appeared in many different wallets just overnight, just turns up. and it's got a value amount to it. And so what Comptech checked out, maybe not this exact token, but one's similar to it, you go to withdraw the token, and here's the thing. If you've whitelisted the transaction, what's it called when you make a transaction and then it asks you to verify the transaction, right? To make sure, if you've whitelisted that, now I don't know if you can whitelist a coin, but I've whitelisted most of my requests in Tronlink. The thing is, that request transaction actually withdraws from your account, doesn't add to your account. So it looks like you're adding to the account and it's actually taking away from your account. So we're going to look into that as well. The BAL, that was it, balance. I knew it was like roll or compound or like a total of some sorts. Balance, BAL. That was a scam token that nearly everybody got in their Tronlink wallet. Very, very sketchy. So Comptech has actually set up a dummy wallet where he's testing this stuff. It's probably a smart way to do it. I'm going to just give a nice one. Welcome to Sir Thomas. Then we'll get back into this. But hey, Thomas, thanks for following the Gives a Minute D live stream. Now this makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now, why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D live stream. Thanks for the follow. So that balance token and the idea of having a separate wallet to test that stuff so you don't have any danger or any risk is a very smart way to do it. What I've been doing the last little while, and you might have noticed I've stopped doing it, I was talking a lot about airdrops and getting on airdrops very quick. I actually got all props to the man Richard Hart, but he did influence me about airdrops, and I think he influenced me the wrong way, because he often talks about, you know, back in the day you got Bitcoin through an airdrop, and now look at the value of it. So you might as well go and do these airdrops, is the way I read that. Problem is, there are so many of these airdrops, and I know now from doing this for about a month, I was actually going on all the telegrams and doing all the retweets and, you know, adding themselves and blah, 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 adding their tokens to my Metamask and all. And like maybe out of 20, maybe I got some value in some of my balances. And out of all of those balances that I've attributed to my wallet, every single one of them, when you go to withdraw it, it says you need to have X amount of Binance coin in here to do this transaction. So the idea is, it's a pretty simple scam, right? They make these fanciful coins with these beautiful names, and they've got these lovely JPEG images. They got all the Telegram, which is simple to set up, right? They got all these bots and everything. They're not even a coin. They're never going to launch. They give you some of them, and when you want to swap them to something else, you need Binance coin to do that. So they're obviously in bed with Binance, right? So here's the thing. I've stopped doing, and you might see it in my Discord where I've just stopped doing airdrops entirely. I've got all these coins added to my MetaMask wallet now. And like, I know I've just said they're scams, but then some of me thinks, well, what if they're not? Why don't I just leave them there? But that's why it might be better to have a separate wallet where you do that crap. Not the actual wallet where you do majority of your trading or whatever, not trading, but whatever you're doing, right? So I've learned, and I think Comptech is the smart one here by separating this out into a separate wallet. Watch H-Man last night. He was still going when I got up. What a legend. Did Hendrik, did he do a 24-hour stream or something? H-Man? Did he really? Classic. This is awful with ginger and lemon. Oh my god. Oh, green tea. The reason I'm drinking green tea is it's one of the things that is known to reduce the size of your prostate, and I'm 46 with an enlarged prostate, but I've added ginger and lemon, and it's disgusting. So that's the plan. I'll tell you what we probably should do. I was going to say, should I just check in? Should we knock the vesting Sun Vest off first? He did a 10-hour at least stream. Crikey, Melbourne Doug. Or should we... I guess I'm asking Comtech here directly. Comtech, should we go? Should I do the sun.vesting stuff now, while just me, and then we'll go into having you on after, like after we've done that? Because I feel like that could be pretty quick. That could be a pretty quick process. And then I can verify. I'm just not 100% certain if this vertical monitor is going to be the best kind of, because I'm going to share a screen off that, and if that's a little bunky, then it'll be a little weird on the Sure, do the sun first. Okay, let me do that. So what I'll do here, I will bring up the Brave browser over here. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me just get rid of this. I'll bring up the Brave browser here as well. Where's Braveskis? Okay, so this is going to be new too. This is the first time I've done this here on the because I got my new monitor set up, and the resolution is not 4K, not 1080, but the one in between, 2K. So this is going to give you a lot more screen real estate here, I guess. So let's drag... Yeah, look at that. Much bigger. I don't know if that's any different for you yahoos, but it looks better. So let me sign into Tronlink here with a little series of dots. Those ones. By the way, a little offside note here, or off-topic note. You might recall a few weeks ago, Comtech gifted me some energy in my Tronlink wallet. Now, it makes sense, although I'd never tried this before. He then wanted to use those frozen TRX for something else. So he unfroze those TRX and therefore lost that energy, and therefore I lost the energy. So if you're ever wondering how that works, I didn't even know you could do that initially to gift out someone energy. But if you gift energy and then you utilize the TRX that was used to generate the energy disappears from wherever it went, which is, it's kind of intriguing, I suppose. It goes through like you could gift out energy to 20 different people, and then if you were, whatever, you could just pull it away from them, like with one click. I didn't know. I guess it makes sense, but that's a side note. So let's go to sun.io. So now that where the wallet is connected. Oh, by the way, the other week we had those wallet connection issues. I think it looks like everything's resolved. We were in Genesis mining. Redox Bear, H-bar is up a lot this week, breaking all-time highs. Is it really? H-bar, we looked into that one time. I was a little confused by it, if I'm being honest. So the one we did... Oh, this has changed. Liquidity pools. I guess this is the one we did here, right? Yeah, deposited 20 sun. Staked 20 sun. I guess there's going to be nothing here to withdraw, is there? Claim 0.00 sun. Here we go. I've earned 0.86 sun. Staked 156 sun TRX LP. So I could vest this, right? I could vest this. Yeah, Comtech. Yeah, Comtech's clarifying. He asked me before he did that. Yeah, and I mean, it's not like you had like. I tell you what, Comtech. If you didn't mention it and my frozen amount dropped again. By the way, I wonder if that's what happened last time. Did you ever gift me energy before, or somebody might have? Somebody may have gifted me before, and that's why it dropped that time. Because I would have seen that and gone, huh. We dropped value again on the energy. Is this a DEX? I don't believe so. I don't believe it's a DEX. But either way, I'm gonna vest this small amount here. That was the only time you gifted it to me. Yeah, okay, interesting. I would suggest maybe somebody gifted me energy way back at the start. Maybe when we were going from Lino to BTT and nobody knew anything about anything. I guess maybe then somebody did. I don't recall. Nobody said anything, but Rob Mac, g'day Gives and the Givettes. Hello, Rob Mac. How you doing, buddy? So, Comtech, am I just vesting this here by clicking that? I guess I am, aren't I? I guess I'm earning a little bit of, not even a sun here. Please approve in your wallet. That's the word I was looking for before. Request signature. Sure, I vested. There we go. That's what I thought. So we'll vest that. And now we'll check it on Tronscan, see if it's actually working. Because this wasn't connecting last week. My wallet wouldn't connect. Oh, it's not. Oh no, it's not connecting. You're kidding me. Are you kidding me? Why is this doing this for me? Tronscan is just not connecting to my wallet. Is Hex and TRX still worth buying? That's two very separate questions, dude. Hex, absolutely Hex is still worth buying. TRX? High Res. G'day, High Res. Doge 1 Starship to the Moon 2020. Doge 1? Okay, so this sucks, man. This really sucks. I don't know why this won't connect to my wallet. We can't check anything. This means we can't check anything on Tronscan. What a crock of crap. I mean, we know this isn't going to work. This is exactly what it did last week. Is it possible I'm on the wrong... No, I'm on Tron Grid. Let's go Tron Stack. Dude, that almost burnt my entire energy. What? Holy crap, dude. I vested for like less than a single sun, and it took, I guess it probably did. It burnt some TRX. Wow, dudes. Holy shit. And I can't even check it. Can somebody check that transaction? Or where is that transaction? Can I? I thought that a transaction would still be here. I could send it to somebody else to check. I guess I could grab it from here, right? Would it be in here somewhere? No. Wow, that sucks to see, folks. I can't connect to Tronscan. Timeout, TRX timeout. Bollocks. High Res, SpaceX literally has a mission funded entirely in Dogecoin. Is that what Doge 1 is? I do remember Elon talking about sending Dogecoin to the moon. Dogecoin's developer will renew Dogecoin as Lightning payment. G'day, Hater. Hater, great. Hater. How you doing? What a strange handle. I'm pretty pissed off, to be honest, at this Tronscan stuff. This has been a whole week now. I've not done anything, right? Like, I haven't changed anything. It's been a whole week where I can't check Tronscan for these transactions. Like, I wanted to see then how much energy that burned. Did we burn TRX? I can't tell. Sucks. In my opinion, TRX is worth it. It used to be at 0.03. Now it's at 11 cents. Right. Problem with TRX, and I say this having seen the last year of DLive, it's owned by Justin Sun, and that guy seems pretty shady. Pretty shady. I mean, he's done jack shit for DLive, right? Pretty much run it into the ground so far. So my thoughts on that would be, yeah, I'd be pretty hesitant with that if that's the guy behind it all. The guy's a multi-millionaire, and he's done nothing to help DLive. He bought it, and now he's let it go. Basically just letting it die, right? No, yeah, it sucks. Anyway, and I'm a little pissed off because his Tron scan isn't working for me for a whole week. What's this login up here? Login, I've never logged in here. Why would I log in here? I'm just trying to connect my wallet. Log in with an email to Tron scan? You do that with your wallet, dude. It just doesn't work for me. Jason, hey, gives and givers. How you doing? How you doing, Jason? Has anybody ever seen this kind of stuff with TronScan? Because this is now a whole week for me. Last Wednesday till this Wednesday. Like I said, I haven't done anything. We always check. We always come in here, and when I go and vote and stuff, it happens in here. It's just not working. Just doesn't want to connect. Check your Tronlink wallet to make sure you're logged in. I'm logged in. I'm using the Brave browser. Hater, hi res, hello friend. Dude, don't bring shit from another channel into my channel, man. I'll ban you here, dude. That's one thing you don't do, dude. You don't bring in your beef into another channel. You said, hey, cause you see high res in my chat. You say, hey, high res, your mod banned me in your channel. I don't know why. Don't do that in my channel, dude. Don't do that in anyone's channel. If you've got a problem with somebody, deal with it with them, not with me. Don't facilitate yourself in my chat to fix your problems, dude. That's crap, man. And if you cop the ban in High Res's channel, I'm going to suggest you deserved it, dude. So yeah, I don't know what to say here. I don't know what to say. I'm logged in on the main net here. Tron stack. There's test nets here. Tron Nile test. DApp mainnet. Go back to Tron grid. Logged in. Just the connecting the wallet will not connect. Just try TronScan from the drop down. That's interesting. There's no TronScan there. Maybe you meant here. Under DApps. TronScan, that's a good idea. Yeah, try to come in this way. Loading wallet. Wow. I think ADA and ETH will have a huge gains in coming years. I hope so. Is it trying to fish you? I have no idea what TRX is. I don't think so, Jason. I mean, we use this all the time. Can you paste the transaction ID? I don't have that. That's what I don't have, dude. I don't have that. Yeah, the last transaction was last week when we sent 216. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I've never seen. I mean, is it worth just loading Chrome and checking that it might be a Brave thing? I mean, that's probably a pretty safe thing to do, right? Let me. They have changed the interface in TronScan. Do you have the Tron wallet extension on Chrome? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. That's actually a good point. I'll just try that now. I'll oh, that's not going to work. Hold on a second. Chrome is see, I only use Chrome for Restream for the interviews. Now we're going to open Chrome and it's going to go to the interview in full screen. Just let me do this. I'm just opening up Chrome and then I'm gonna have to close it and then open up. ADA will take time to set up. I've already got some ADA. We looked into that a few weeks ago actually. Let me go exit full screen here. So I've got Chrome browser open here. So now we're in Chrome. Hey, what webcam do you use, Gibbs? Jason, I use the GH5. GH5. It's all listed down below in my about section if you want to go down and have a look at what my gear is. It's all listed down there. Let's take a look and load in here and see what happens. Oh, that's the wrong password, isn't it? So now I'm in Chrome in the same Tronlink wallet. Let's go to dApps and let's go down to TronScan. Loading wallet. Loading wallet. No. It's not a Brave thing at this point then if it's not loading here as well. It looks pretty good. The webcam, yeah, the GH5 is rad, dude. Manual focus, 1080 60, really clean. I'm really happy. Nah, still not connecting. Jesus, are you serious? So, I'm sorry, I'm almost gonna mute that guy, high res. I just went to the Sun.io site and it had me link my wallet to the site. It did not used to do that. I mean, okay, so we've assessed that it's not a Chrome thing. It's not a Chrome versus Brave thing. So I'm going to get rid of Chrome here. Yeah, that's pretty frustrating though. It's quite frustrating. Could have been so long ago. I don't recognize him. No props gives. Yeah. I mean, I just literally told the guy not to do that, and then he's gone and done it again. So he's obviously not listening, which would mean why would you be bothering in my stream if you're not listening to me talk, or he doesn't give a shit about what I say. It sounds like that. So it just spins for me. Does not connect to my wallet. So you're having that issue as well, Comtech, on the Sun.io site. Is that right? And by the way, high res, often that kind of what this person's doing is just an elaborate way of trolling a streamer to get them to keep talking about something. I've seen that before too. It's like, well, this guy's doing a crypto stream and he's having difficulty. Let's make it worse for him by bringing in a second issue, someone in a chat having some kind of issue with somebody else, and then no matter what he says about it, we'll just ignore him and just keep going with it. They do that. It's like an elaborate troll. It's pretty shit. So yeah, I mean, look, I'm back over here, and so we're not going to waste any more time on this because we did check this all last week, right? We've sat here for a whole week with this. I don't know what the issue is, but yeah, I can't connect. My wallet works, but I can't connect it to any of the sites. As you can see, it's just flashing. So there you go. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take a break. We're going to come back and we're going to have Comptech come in on camera. We're going to do a browser share. We're going to look at this bankroll.network potential scam, right? This could be, if you can't withdraw your initial investment, that's no different to hidetron.net, which is definitely a scam. That site's absolutely shady as crap. I would have assumed bankroll.network is not like that, but if we work this out today, that's how it works, I don't know about you, Comtech, but I'm going to take all of my TRX out today. If I can't withdraw my investments from that stockpile, I'm running a mile from that thing. Hey, let me just tell you. But we're going to get to that. By the way, just quickly before we get to that, on the screen there is a donation goal for $6,000. That's correct, $6,000 on the screen. You see my bald head there? That's my head, but that's an app that's taken my hair off. It's removed my hair. The reason I've got a bald head in this donation goal is because the donation goal is $6,000 to run fiber internet from where our government stopped the fiber to the premises. 410 meters. that will cost $6,000. Now, we've just had a comment before about how good my camera is, and yeah, it is good. I'm pretty stoked. The one thing that I don't have in terms of streaming is solid internet. We're good today because it's not windy and it's not raining, although it actually was a little breezy before, but when we get wind here, because I'm streaming with 4G, the wind and the 4G, they don't play together at all. And you'll often see F in the chat, refresh, did this just fail for me? Did it fail for you? What's going on with the stream? Is he back? How come it's playing a replay? Blah, blah. All that crap happens too often. So I've got a donation goal to fix that. The only way to fix that is to get a solid internet connection. We all know the only solid internet connection to not ever have cutting in and out is fiber optic cable. I'll be clear about this. I'm not asking for fiber to get faster speeds and a bigger bandwidth. I'm looking for the reliability of it. When it's on, it's on. Right now, when it's on, it's 4G, and if things happen, it's windy and it rains, then it's off. And now you might say, well, why don't you use the land-based internet? That's what I'm saying. The land-based internet stops at the street, 3 streets away, 410 meters. Then they use the copper phone lines to bring the internet to the house. And those copper phone lines have been in the ground since the 30s. This whole town is submerged underwater. They are as unreliable, possibly worse than the actual 4G. So we don't touch that. I will pay for the fiber run, $6,000. That's just to patch the fiber up. Then you got to pay for the service. So if we can get to that donation goal of $6,000, I will shave my head bald and I will install fiber internet, and we will never have F in the chat. Here's the thing. There's 7,802 followers of my channel. If every single one dropped $1, we'd hit that goal today. $1. Everybody did $1. Go down below. The first thing you see in the about section is how you donate. If everybody did $1, we'd hit that goal today. I'd shave this thing off right now. I'd get the clippers and buzz this thing to the... You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. Tell you what, if we go past 6,000 somehow, I'll shave my eyebrows off as well. And then if we go past that, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something. I'm just telling you, I'm genuine for this. I like the comment before about camera looks cool. I've got everything. I feel like I've got everything set for streaming. It's been 2 years I've been doing this daily, 2 years worth of daily content, and I've got everything worked out except for the critical thing, internet. Of all the things you need for streaming, solid, reliable internet is definitely, possibly number one. And I've managed to use this tech how I have for so long without that. And it's time to sort of see if we can't fix that as well. Maybe shave the beard. Maybe I'll do the beard. Who knows? I'll do that. Maybe that's the only bit of hair I'll leave. Just a little patch down here or something. But I'll tell you what. So we are going to be coming back.
Mayonnaise!
Mayonnaise! Wow! Who did that?
Mayonnaise! Wow!
Jack Tronics, thank you for the ice creams, man. If you're watching outside of DLive, fine and all good. On these particular crypto streams, stay where you are. No sweat, right? I'm not going to kill the streams for you yahoos because this content should be out there everywhere. So you can continue watching on the YouTubes and Twitch and Trovos and all the places you're watching. But I tell you what, if you want to make a comment and you've got suggestions, come on down to dlive.tv/givesaminute. That way you'll be in the chat that I've got here. This is the chat that I'm actually looking at. So if you want to partake in that chat and you want to give suggestions, maybe we're going to get to this bankroll stuff and dude, you're missing the whole thing. You can't, what are you talking about? Of course you can withdraw your stockpile. Go over here, do that. And if you're typing that in Facebook or you're typing it in YouTube or in Twitch or Trovo.
Wow!
Actually, you know what? I'm not seeing it now, but I will be seeing it because we're going to be doing the interview situation. So ignore everything I just said. Come down to DLive anyway. DLive is, we're trying to build this back up down here on DLive. But I'm going to go and get myself a new green tea. When we come back, we're going to have Comtech on and we're going to go into this bankroll.network situation. That didn't work. And I was about to walk out of the room. I wouldn't want to do that, would I?
Mayonnaise!
Mayonnaise! Who did that? Hi, Rez. Thank you for the ice cream, dude. Why did that not work? I pressed the wrong button. This one should work. No, I'm doing that for dramatic effect. This one should work. Did that not work as well? Ah, man.
Wow!
Which one's going to work? This one?
Welcome back to the super quick wave a day edit. I sucked. Today's my birthday. I had the worst surf I've had in a long time. Really sucked. You'd think you'd have a great one on your birthday. You'd think things would line up. They didn't. Conditions were difficult. Seems like it's better now, but when I was out there, it was real sucky, like lowest tide, suck you up, smack it on the sand, knock you around, and I got nothing worthy, like really nothing worthy. Really disappointed myself. I'm freezing cold. It's my birthday, I'm supposed to have a good surf. I didn't. I let you down, I let me down. What do you think?
Good morning, Sunday. Cold, very cold. Slack track. Looks like it's on. What? Is that working? How can that be? Yep, it's perfectly working. I can see the green lights. Look at those dark clouds. I think the rain's missed us. That's good. Let's go wave skis.
Another boat with a rock and a sling. I'm sailing, I'm not waiting, I'm not sailing, I'm not waiting, I'm not sailing.
Well, there's my first wave. Yeah, lousy, right? Just a lousy closeout left. Nothing to see here.
Sail to the moon, drive by the stars, rock to the sun. I'm sailing with a wind that comes.
That might be my best wave here so far. We are 40 minutes in and I've got one okay ride. And when I say okay, I mean very loosely just okay.
I'm sailing, I'm not waiting, I'm not sailing.
Oh, there's a little right as well, a little right hand section. What does a fast blinking light on the slack track mean? It's like blink, 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 blink.
I'm not sailing, I'm not waiting, I'm not sailing, I'm not waiting.
Not really having much luck with wave selection here. It's like everything's closing out and just thumping, sucking up, smacking on the sand. Not really having much birthday luck.
Floating in a tum-tum, I'm sailing. At the end of the world, it's the end of your life. Till the end of time, I'm sailing. I'm not waiting, I'm not sailing, I'm not waiting.
What do you say? What do you know? What do you do? I sucked, right? And by the way, today, the last day of a Wave a Day winter edition. This is the end of the project. 30 days of surfing for the winter, spread over the 3 months of winter. That's it, 30 days done. Look, I got FOMO here, watch this. Even these people are getting rides and I couldn't get anything. Really sucked. And I just spat on my jacket. You really suck today, dude. So while I sit down and think about how bad I sucked, you guys can go back to the live stream.
Ah, forgot to get myself a replenishing water. Whoopsie. I did get myself a new green. Ah, that's too hot. New green tea. Took out the lemon and ginger, and I didn't get a water though, but I'll get another one later. But so what we're going to do here, I'm going to wait for Comtech to join me. Comtech, you're welcome to join whenever you wish. That link there, that'll put you in a waiting room. And once you're in the waiting room, I will see you and I will join you and I together, and then we can add in the sources and we can talk about it. So we'll go with that. At this particular stage, though, this will be the first time that I've done a screen share like this in yeah, I guess I'm gonna be over here, and so this is the first time I've done this, so it could be, I mean, let me just test it while we're waiting for Comtech's already here. Let me just add Comtech in right about now. Comtech, how are you doing, man? Hey. Ooh, you're muted, dude. You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
That's better. That's better.
All right.
just
All
give-
right.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Nice to see you again, man. We have had Comtech on once before. Yeah. Got your sunnies on? All right. So what I'm going to do,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
let me see if this is the first time I've done this, right? So let me see if this is going to work. I'm going to share my screen here. So now there's a couple of different ways we can do this. We can either remove the chat off screen to give us more options. If I get rid of the chat, that'll make that that's probably better like this, right? So we can all see.
Right.
Maybe even we could even go. No, that's not any bigger. That could be the way to do it, right? That's the biggest.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the better way to do it. So first of
when
all,
I was going to say, when I share my screen, you would take that place as well, correct?
I hope so. Yeah, yeah. Did you want to do that now and try that? I guess that's a good.
Sure.
Yeah, share your
let me
screen.
go ahead and do that. I want this one.
So Comtech's found this situation with bankroll.network. So this is, yeah, okay, cool. Oh, well, that works pretty well.
Interesting. An inset of yours. Okay.
So I
No
guess
problem.
I can then I can either make mine full screen. Oh wow, okay, I can actually, huh? That's interesting.
Yep. Oh, cool. So you can switch between mine and yours.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know
Nice.
that would be the way it works, but
All right. Well, do you want me to show my screen first so we can look at the options, or did you want to do it on your screen? I mean, since
Sure,
we both
sure.
have stockpile.
let's go yours because this fundamentally this is your story. So walk us through this, man. How did you discover this?
Well, a while back I found out about Bankroll and then Stockpile and Stronghold, and I thought, oh, Stockpile had a really good return on it, so I put some in there. Put some investment in there as well as in the Stronghold, and I thought, oh, this is great, wonderful, and going along just as most of us would, and then I got to a point where in my Stronghold, which you have as well, it was like it was time. I wanted to withdraw everything I had in there because I found some other investments that had better yield.
Hmm.
So I pulled everything out of Stronghold, no problem there. Went over to Stockpile, and I'm like, there's a button I can transfer it to somebody else or to some other place, but I couldn't find the sell button. So I was like, okay, maybe because it's STK and the other one was doing STK, maybe I could transfer it from one investment area to the other, then I could withdraw it from there. And so I was looking and I just couldn't manage to get it to transfer to somewhere else to then get it out.
Right.
And so I
So
started,
what were the transfer options?
well, here, let me, unfortunately, with the way this thing minimized when I made it full screen, let me take a look here. That's not the button I wanted.
Yeah.
1 second here. Okay, I've got, oh, this is really cute. I hit the little arrow at the top. Where did it go?
Do you want me to stop sharing your screen so you can check it yourself?
No. That's fine. I'll just open another window because it's going to be there. So here's my Tronlink wallet, and okay. So, let me go ahead and going into Bankroll. I've got all these bookmarked over here. So
Yeah, good idea.
yeah, I just made a little folder of crypto where I've got everything in there, so I don't have to
Yeah.
click remember all the links and stuff. So
I love it how you can like, what is it on that Mac? Command click and open the entire folder, and it opens up all the things you've got in there in one go.
oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
handy.
yeah. Macs have some really nice features, and yep, it's wonderful to work on a Mac. I'm mainly in PCs, but I did start out. My first computer was an Apple II, so
An Apple II, like a 2C or something?
a 2, not a C, not a 2 plus,
Just a 2. Yeah, right. Wow.
long ago in a galaxy far away.
Yeah. Funnily enough,
You had
my school had Apple II 2Cs as their main computers for computer
Right.
class.
Right, and you had floppy disks that
That's
you
right.
put in.
Yeah, the 5 and a
Mine,
quarter.
I had to have a cassette tape like you'd use for recording music, and that's what you loaded the programs in from, and you saved the programs and data out to.
Wow.
It was slow.
That's tedious, isn't it? Press play and
Yeah.
then come back after lunch.
Right, exactly. So here you can see I'm in stockpile. It shows now it's 1.5% APY. In the beginning, when I first invested in this, it was like 85 or 90. I mean, it was up there.
85% APY.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yep.
So that's dropped off dramatically.
Yeah, for a while it wouldn't even display the APY because I guess it was so low they didn't want to advertise it.
Wow.
And same thing in Stronghold for a while. It was high, then it went to nothing, then they started showing it again. Anyway, so here's where you buy, and if we look, we'll take a comparison over here real quick with Stronghold, because nice thing about this is all the pages have a similar layout, so it's easy to find where things are, or it's
Yes.
supposed to be.
Yeah.
So you see, here's where you have the buy, down here's for the sell for Stronghold, and then down here it has this where you can transfer. So you can do the same thing. You can transfer from Stronghold to, I don't know if it's somebody else's Stronghold account or what. On mine in the stockpile, I tried transferring a few of the STCKs out of there to different places to see if I could, do an exchange process, but it wouldn't let me do any of that. So
Wow.
let me go back in here.
So in stockpile.
So yeah, stockpile, there's no sell region here. There's a transfer down here like you saw. And I tried, this used to be a little more, but I tried sending like 10 STK or 100 STK to other places. Tried sending it over to Stronghold. It didn't want to take it. I tried sending it to my wallet because I thought maybe I could send it there, and it disappeared. It went to the crypto heaven, I guess.
Wow.
It's-
Really? So you withdrew it somewhere, but you don't know where it went.
I told it to transfer, and it transferred it to the address I gave, but if it's not a compatible address, and they warn you about that whenever you're doing any kind of transactions in your Tronlink wallet or any other wallet, they always say, make sure the address you're sending it to is the correct address for the type of crypto you're sending.
Yes.
If it isn't, it will go and never be seen again. So I vaporized some of my crypto in the efforts to learn the whole process.
Right. So what about that withdraw button? Just go down underneath the roll.
That allows me to withdraw this 1.76 TRX. That's it.
That's it,
It,
right?
it won't touch any of this stockpile, which is the equivalent of at the current rate $271. So it's just in there. And if I roll this in there, this number will increase, that number will increase, and then I'll get bigger dividends back. But at some point, if I want to try to recover any of this, this is all, from what I can tell, this is all just there forever, moving on. And down here, they even say, there was something down in here where it says, while providing, that stockpile is used to passively earn rewards while providing locked liquidity. Well,
Locked,
most of the
yeah.
things are locked for a certain amount of time. This is apparently locked forever, because then it says, that it tells you how they break down the 10% to pay out other people. Then down here it says, and 2% is permanently locked as liquidity, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I've gone to the contract, looked at the contract, thinking maybe I could go in and request the contract to release my money, because they even said on one of the sites I looked at, it said, oh, this is just a nice API interface. You can interact with all these bankroll assets like STCK or BankerX or whatever through other interfaces or directly. You don't have to use this particular interface. So I tried looking for another bankroll interface that I could use.
Yeah.
And the only one I found was the overview one where it says, oh, here's where you can invest BankerX. And you click on it. It has your staking, your farms, your DeFi, and it brings you to all these different choices that you have here. But it doesn't do anything different. It's like an overview page that has links to all of these.
Okay. Is there any go back to that drop down menu on the right again?
Sure.
Is there anything in there that like that exchange one, does that not let you exchange your tokens like within the site maybe? Like, are we missing something is what I'm thinking here.
Right. Yeah. And I went through every single one of these to look to see if there might have been some link like this one down here for transferring on one of the pages that I missed.
Right.
And I can't see anything. I went to exchange, and that allows you to exchange Banker to BankerX.
That's it? Just Banker to BankerX?
Actually, no, this actually allows you to convert from, it does Godex, and it allows you to convert ETH to TRX. It's like, wow, that's handy. So you can come here and it'll pull ETH in from a different wallet into TRX. And so it's like, okay, let's check there was like there's SwapX and Swap.
So none of those have anything in there like that, like how to convert your stockpile?
Right. So here's SwapX. And the thing that, so down here it says here you can buy you put in your TRX. If I put in 10, for example, it says I can get that many BankerX.
Right.
Or if I've got 100 BankerX, it says I get that much TRX. So this allows you to go from TRX to BankerX.
Right. And none of them.
Here's the Banker to BankerX exchange where you can swap. You put in the amount of BankerX that you have, and it'll tell you how much BankerX it is. So you can swap here, and it's got statistics, shows you the daily, the buys and the sells and all that stuff. That was the other thing at the bottom of the page. Like if you look on Stronghold, let's look at that real quick here. At the bottom of the page on Stronghold, it has stats where it shows where you can look and see the buys, the sells, the rewards, and the leaderboard. So it's like, oh, buys, sells, rewards, great. So I look at the same thing in stockpile, thinking, okay, that'll give me an indicator if I'm really missing something. What you have down here are buys, rewards, leaderboard, no sells.
Right. Okay.
So it's like, oh, wonderful.
Wow. So you, in your investigating, you've
Yes.
already done this. There's no way that you've found within bankroll.network to withdraw your stockpile.
Right. Look at
That-
this. Lifetime dividends. What they mean by lifetime dividends is it goes in, you can't pull it out, only pull out the TRX that you're earning off it. When I saw lifetime dividends, I thought, oh, that's nice. This is going to be a long-standing crypto. No, it's a deposit-only account where you get, it's like putting it into a savings account, but all you get is the interest that you can get paid out.
You can't
never
get you can't compound it and take out the whole lot.
You can't get your principal out, right? And I was like, wow, I never realized there would be a crypto that would do that kind of process.
That's
I even-
very, very scammy, isn't it?
Yeah. I even went to the Telegram site for Bankroll and asked them out there, and somebody comes back and says, no, it's there forever. You're investing in the infrastructure. Why would you want to take it out? I'm like, investment purposes? I mean,
Wow. So what, you got a reply from another user or someone from Bankroll?
It was difficult to tell with the names that they have in Telegram,
Right.
but it was basically the guy came back and said, nope, it's a lifetime investment. You've staked into it to help to keep the infrastructure alive. And I was like, yeah, but other ones you're able to go in and pull some out after
Yeah.
some time. And they're like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's
it's like,
a lifetime dividend.
Wow. So then, as you correctly said to me, there's no point rolling over to build that up, is there?
Right. Just keep letting the TRX build to a point where you've got a couple, maybe 5 or 10 TRX, and then withdraw it because, these transactions will burn energy and all that stuff. And just to try to minimize that, that's why I'm just patiently waiting for this to get up larger. And you can see here in the past I had it says 0 total rolls, which is interesting because I had rolled in this thing
Yeah,
quite a
that's.
bit in the past.
I was going to ask you about that. It says no rolls there. That's kind of strange.
Yeah, it's like it resets somehow because it used to have, I had rolled like 20 times. So the counter over here was like 20, and it showed that I had rolled out of the 9,000 or the 9K that's here. I had rolled like something like, oh gosh, what was it? It was like 7K had rolled of TRX. So it was like, wow, it did great in the beginning, and I just kept thinking, okay, just keep rolling, and
Yeah, I mean, I was rolling over every time I went.
Yeah.
Every time I had enough energy, I'd roll that over every time.
right, exactly, I did too. And then I was like, okay, let me see if I can pull this out, because since I was seeing no numbers up here, I was like, well, the APR must be so low they're embarrassed to show it.
Yeah.
And so I'm waiting for this to get up to maybe 5 or 10 TRX, then I'll withdraw it.
So that
Then
right
just-
now, that's not even a single TRX, is it? That's 0.179. Oh, that's
Well,
the US.
it's-
Sorry, that's the US dollar
This
amount.
is-
Yeah.
Sorry, it's 1.571 TRX, so
Yeah.
1.5 TRX. So it's I'm not going to mess with that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just so surprised that that there was just no way to withdraw from this.
So
And
how
I
much
think-
stockpile did you buy then? How much STCK did you, or have you generated that $271 worth just by rolling?
Just most of it. Well, part of it was rolling. I think I had originally put in like maybe $100, and so I earned it. So by rolling it, I got the other $170.
Right. I can't recall when, and I'll be honest, when this started, when I'm not too sure. I think you were here at the very beginning when I first got told about Bankroll.network. I was confused by it, by the layout and why you need Banker X and Banker and Stockpile. And I've always been a little bit confused by it. I guess I haven't looked into it anywhere nearly as deep as you have right now. But at this point, you've got 10 times the amount I've invested in there. So who gets that $270 worth? Like, is that Justin Sun's little stash or something?
That's what they say. That down here they explain that is pegged 1-to-1 with the Banker X swap. And I was like, which is the Banker X native liquidity pool token.
Yeah.
So I've helped to fund the Banker X liquidity pool. So I thought, okay, if I'm helping to fund it, like I've done in Just Swap, I've funded various pools like the NFT TRX pool and stuff like that. And it's paying me back. So I am getting the rewards. But I can withdraw all that anytime I want because I've only got a fraction of the pool. Well, here I know I've only got a fraction of the pool because somewhere in here it tells you I've got 0.047% of the entire pool.
Gotcha.
Stake. So I'm, 4/10 of the pool. So there's 100%. The other 999.953% is held by supposedly up here. Oh, there's one place they told you how many people had invested in this. There we go. 2,211 people.
Okay.
Not 19 million STK.
Wow.
And 35 million TRX. I was like, wow, those look like fascinating numbers. And unfortunately, they are great numbers, but there's no way that I can pull my chunk of this supply back out.
Yeah, right. It's go back up again. Just scroll back up a little.
Sure. All the way up to here.
Yeah, up to the top. So if you can never obtain the stockpile, is it worth rolling it, given that then you will have, if you do roll, like if you don't roll right now, you're only earning off
TRX.
Yeah, you're earning but how's the value calculated off that 9k stock?
Right.
So in theory,
this
even
percent of that is getting paid here.
Yes, okay, that makes sense. So in theory, the bigger your stockpile, the bigger your TRX divs will be, even though you can't ever achieve and you can't take the stock, you're probably still better off rolling it, right? Because then you'll get bigger TRX returns.
Potentially I could keep rolling back into this, and eventually I might have, double-digit thousands of STK in there. And if this APY goes back up again, I could start getting some really major TRX here.
Yes.
Then maybe in a year or two, I could say, okay, now I'm getting big enough dividends, I could start siphoning off the dividends.
Yeah.
And just continue to do that. But at this 1.595% APY, in order for me to get any kind of sizable divs back here, I would need to keep rolling into this for, at this current rate, at least 5 years.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
If this got back up to 85% like it was, then this would start paying out a lot more, a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Say, okay, I'll invest this for another year and I'll get maybe 10 TRX. Now this amount of TRX here is from like 3 weeks.
Right. So about 1.5. So what I was missing, I guess, and I guess I didn't really think about this, but as soon as you roll that over, you lose the TRX because it converts to stock. So that's and then you're back to square one. So that's why you wouldn't.
Right. So you're moving this number into here, which would help this number to become larger in the future. But every time you put it over here, then there's nothing to withdraw.
Yeah. And then you obtain a larger stake in the liquidity pool, which is going to work out in your favor. This is kind of like longer pays better, right? Is the way I'm seeing it.
Right. Yeah. You could look at it that way. So since I've got 9,000 there, if the price of STK goes up, then I can start getting more things here. So I just need to check back on this every week or every month or so. But I don't know that I'd want to roll over anymore in there, because it's if this was like a family trust where I knew it was going to
Just
my
want to tell you how it
family
feels.
eventually.
Thank you, Charlotte. Just want to tell you how it feels. Thank you, Charlotte.
How does it feel?
It feels this feels educational. That's how it feels. I love that you can hear that at the same time I hear it too.
Yeah.
G'day, Hendrik,
Feels
too, man.
feels.
Sorry, H, man. I didn't say g'day before. This is news, man. This is detailed analysis. This is a little upsetting, but I'm just thinking, like, for all intensive purposes, we probably didn't read it close enough to understand it. Maybe like it could,
Right.
because it's all laid out there. Like, no, it's not hidden from
Right.
us. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And like I said, when I first saw this and it was like 85%, I was just like, oh, that's a really good investment. And then when I found the Just Swap ones that I had told you about, where you're getting something more stable like that, and you can withdraw everything out,
Yes.
and you're not having to convert too many things. You just buy an additional crypto, pair it with your TRX,
Yeah.
and then put it into the pool. It works out very nice. This, because this I have to manually click this, whereas with the Just Swap, it's paying out automatically, and you can click on the button to pull out some of the smaller. I think it's 10% of your rewards you can pull out through the withdraw button, but if you wait every week, you get paid back.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
So, yeah.
So maybe I was a little rash in the decision or in the idea of like pulling everything out of bankroll. I feel like it's.
I would say stockpile is still good because you can pull it out there, but I mean,
Stronghold. Yeah.
Stronghold, yes. This one over here is the good one.
Yeah.
And the one that the other guy told you about with the flow, that works well if you've got other people to join into your group, because it becomes almost like a network of investors where you've got your investment and somebody else joins with you.
Yes.
And then that gives you all more investments. But I would say stockpile is the one blue herring in this whole bucket here. All these appear to be good. That one's the one that just jumped out at me when I was trying to pull things out and found I couldn't pull anything out. So always look for a sell box or something that talks about the returns, like down here, buys, sells.
Yeah.
And you can see there's actually real numbers in the sell.
Yeah.
column.
And none in stockpile. Let me share my screen and have a look what I've got in there. So
Okay, sure.
I guess I just do it that way. Yeah. So if we, of course, I've got to log in here. Is my
The magic dots. Yeah.
the magic dots? Yeah.
And then.
Oh no, I'm still logged in.
once you look at-
Oh,
once
wow,
you
that-
look at yours,
That's interesting. Wow. That I've got, so I'm looking at my screen here and I've got my Tronlink wallet open, but you don't see it because I'm sharing.
Are you sharing the same?
That's not cool, actually. I
Are you
think,
sharing the same window?
yeah, this is what I was thinking. I reckon it doesn't really matter for this, for the sake of today, but I reckon what I've got to
Right.
do is, instead of sharing, because I think I've shared this as a, where is it? I think I've shared it.
Happens.
Yeah, like I think I shared it as a, not as a, I shared it as a window. So if I share a window, then it doesn't bring the entire like whatever's in front of it. But if I
But you have to
share
share the screen,
an entire
then you'll
screen,
see-
yeah.
Right.
But unfortunately, if I share my entire screen right now, it's vertical, so that's not going to
Yeah.
work for me. So we'll just go back to this way for the time being.
But you could try it and see what it looks like. It might do some reorientation.
Give it a shot. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. It's a.
I'll
it's worth
go
a check. Try.
stop screen share and screen share again. It's got my Discord there, which has got your message in it, but that's all. That's cool. We read that out. Yeah, that's what I feared. Because it,
It's
yeah,
too small.
it's
Now
vertical.
try opening your wallet in there. Let's see if it
That's a good idea.
displays. It'll be too small for us to read, but we can at least see if it's going to open.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I can just we can
weird.
just go forward with the stuff I have on my screen then.
Well,
But
I was
that's-
going to say
that's interesting.
it doesn't matter that we don't see. It doesn't matter so much that we don't see it right now, because I don't need to show you. Like, you don't need to see my Tronlink wallet for this example. But I was thinking, I wanted to see what I've got in Bankroll.network.
Sure. Yeah.
Um,
You should be able
just
to
to
still do that.
Yeah, just to compare the stats here. So let me go back over and try this. If I do another screen share, go the window, go back to this guy here. So, oh wow, that's interesting that it's zoomed that far in. So if I go, how come that's so? Oh, that was 100%. Wow, dude, that's massive font, isn't it? It's so big. It's
So drop it down. Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Now,
gonna go down.
On some of my browsers, I've had to dial back to smaller sizes so that everything lines up properly.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Well, here's Stronghold, the good one. So if it loads, there you go. So these stats, so I've rolled 41 times
Right.
and probably could roll again today. I won't do it because it'll burn the remaining energy. So that's quite a good amount there. That's about $1,000, $1,500, right?
Yep.
That's pretty good. But again, the APY is not there because it's so lousy,
Right.
I guess.
Yeah.
And I've I've rolled 7,000 TRX in totes,
Right.
which is pretty good.
So you started well. Yeah. And the thing is, it's so hard because it shows STK on your investment, but it shows you're rolling TRX. And so it's hard to equate to say how much of that 7,000 TRX equates to how many STK up there. And I know they've got the buy thing where you can type in, 7,000 TRX in that window, and it'll show you underneath the window how much STK that actually is.
There you go, 4.8.
So out of your 10, so you started with about 6, it sounds like, and now you've got 10 in there. So
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, we put 1,000 into this, didn't we? 1,000 TRX, I think.
It's very possible. Yep.
Yeah. But let's get frightened by having a look at stockpile, because I have been rolling these over.
Okay.
There'll be 41. I've done 1 for 1. So whenever I've rolled over Stronghold, I've rolled over stockpile the next day.
Right.
So 41 rolls. So yeah, I'm the way I see that is it's virtually worth nothing, right? $4.
Right.
And my stake in the whole pool is 0.001%.
Right.
Yeah. And I've faffed around with this, and I've managed to burn 68 TRX. But when I say burn, I mean that's rolling, but that converts it to the stock, and therefore it's no longer usable for me. So I would probably, I mean, my own advice to myself would be just to leave this and never look at it until this APY changes.
Yeah. or until the TRX is large enough where you can take it out and invest in something else.
Or that, but I mean, given the value here, I don't think that'll be happening anytime soon. Currently, it's worth
Absolutely.
0.000.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Ah, dear me.
exactly. Okay. Yeah. Oh, let me show you one other thing that I had come across here,
Okay, let me.
and then we can start looking at some of those good, bad, and meme tokens.
Yeah, sure. Okay, got you there now.
Okay, there is in Tron Dash. You'll probably remember seeing the Tron Dash page a while
Oh, yeah,
back.
yeah. I haven't looked at that for so long. I forgot about it.
Right. This is more like an overall dashboard of all of the investments you can possibly do, like bankroll. Your Wink is in here too. Wink drops.
Okay.
So if you're able to invest in Wink, I can't because I'm in one of the countries that's prohibited.
Okay.
So, and the thing is, on the cover page it says if you're in, I think it said if you're in India or some other country or other countries, you're not allowed to participate on this page. But it didn't have a link to what the other countries were, so I clicked the button, went into the site, went to the About page, and then it has the information, and it says if you're in any of these countries and the United States was in there, it says you cannot participate. I'm like, oh, well, they should put that link on the front page so people don't go in there.
Otherwise, you'll go in and yeah. So that's a bit shady too.
Mistake. Yeah. So here's DLive Stake, which is listed here, and they're still showing 22% of return of APY on that.
Not bad.
If I sort by APY now, this site, because this is dynamically changing, it'll bounce in here. You'll see things come up and go down, and sorting by APY is probably not the best way. Let me just sort by name. That'd probably be the easiest way.
Okay.
And then I'll go down here. So it shows here bankroll credit 2, which is not available right now. It's at 80%. Daily Plus 80%. They're saying Tron Dash, it says 80%, but some of these I found when you go to them, their percentages are a lot less.
Well, go back up though. What is bankroll version 2? Oh, these are just different. These are different parts.
Stockpile. Yeah. Look, this is stockpile. When I first saw this, see, there's my 9,000 that I have in there.
Right.
And it says it returns 113% APY. We just saw it was 1.5.
Yeah.
So they haven't updated these statistics. So this page is great to see all of this and all your investments in one place. So while going in here you could tell it to sort by investment, and it'll show you everything you have in bankroll, in stronghold, in Wink, in DLive, and it'll show them all to you, so you don't have to bounce around to 8 different sites. So this site is
pretty handy.
Nice for that purpose. Yeah. So you go here and click here. Like if I click this way, it'll show there's my 9,000 STK, and in a minute here it'll refresh here in a second. So it's obviously not the best site, but obviously somebody put this together to try to give everything in one place.
Yep.
Now the nice thing here is you can check these boxes and then click reinvest or withdrawal, and it'll go through and do all of your investments. So you don't have to jump to each individual site. Yeah.
Wow.
So you can say, oh, I want to reinvest my Wink. Want to reinvest my whatever. And you hit the reinvest button, it'll pop up with the dialogues and say, you want to reinvest this? Yes. Your wallet comes up, you confirm. It'll pop up the next one. Yes, confirm. Yes, confirm.
Yeah,
so
right.
You don't have to bounce around from site to site. It's all in one central place. So that is cool.
That is pretty cool.
For a while I was using this to do the bankroll and the stockpile and stronghold.
Oh, you were doing that there, were you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I guess mine won't work, will it? Because my Tronlink wallet's not connecting to any web browser. So
yeah, you could try it. Just go ahead and
give it a shot. Hey, I'll give it a crack.
Go to trondash.com.
Tron-.com.
Yeah. Obviously, you're connecting into your bankroll, so it should come
That's
up.
true. Yeah, it did connect there. Oh, I've got a request signature here. That's interesting.
I just want to tell you how it feels.
Yeah.
Oh, Sharla.
That's what I saw. That's what I
tell you.
saw when I went to Sun. It
Thank
says,
you, Sharla.
do you want, I think the Tronlink wallet, they started increasing security, so they have those pop-ups that say, do you want to allow this site to access your wallet?
Yeah.
And unless you answer that, your wallet won't be available. So
Well,
now if you click on the investment column there to sort by investment,
I did. Oh, what? Hang on a second. Oh, that's interesting. I did that. I just confirmed the request signature, but now it's popped up another window. Oh, it's done it at the same. So, because I've got Chrome open and Brave, it popped up twice, 2 different request signatures. So I'll close one automatically. Yeah, that's funny.
Sure.
A bit frightening. So where's my mouse? Here we go. So my DLive stake.
Yes, if you click on investment, the investment header there above where it's
Here, yep.
yeah, right there, it'll sort ascending or descending. So click it again, and then it'll show you. And there, right at the top of the list, you can scroll down and see all your 3 or 4 investments that you have investments in, and it shows you what their APYs are supposed to be. And at the very top of the screen, it'll show you what kind of rewards you have, which is nice. So it sums them all up for you instead of just having to go into each one. Oh, I've got 3 TRX here, 5 TRX here. At the top, it'll say, oh, you've got 25 TRX across all of those things. So it shows you've got 0.28. Now that number will fluctuate. You'll see it go to 0, then you'll see it go to this number, because this thing is having to scan across all of those different apps with your wallet information too. So sometimes it goes through and it checks and it didn't respond back, so it skipped on to the next one. So
gotcha, because right now it's gone down to 0.01 TRX a day.
But then you'll see it pop up and might say 5 TRX, then it'll go 0.28 like
yeah.
ago. So, but this is nice because, like I said, you can check those boxes on the left, then you can click the stake button, or if you want to just restake on one of them, you've got the stake button on the right, or if you click on the name on the left, like if you clicked on either DLive or click on your bankroll, the flow, if you click on flow, it'll take you to that page, or click on the stronghold, it'll take you immediately to that page.
New tab
so
opens
it's a nice quick link to take you to your particular investment so you can see more detail.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
That's one thing I like about that site, but it's clunky and obviously slow.
Definitely a little on the slow side, but it is nice to have it all handy there. It's like a little. It's almost like a wallet, which is giving you sort of like all the things you're doing. It's pretty handy.
Right. Now see the 3 dots on the right-hand side there?
Yes.
Click on those 3 dots. You'll see you can look at certain kinds. You can look at all the dApps. You can look at your dApps, which you have invested in. It'll only give you those. Or you can look at the ones for TRX or BTT or the farms.
Gotcha. So it filters out the ones.
So it gives you a short list.
Yeah.
So it gives you a short list of whatever ones you want to look at. But this is nice because you can take a quick overview of all the different sites that are out there that do, whether they're farms, whether they're casinos or stakes or whatever. So this is quite helpful for somebody who's trying to learn this and doesn't know where in the world to go. You go to one site, it's kind of like an index to say, here are all these investments that you can participate in, or, casinos you could play in if you wanted.
I'm just having a look at my Tronlink wallet right now. You can't see this on the screen because it's over the top there. I was just wondering, back a while ago, we were in here. There was some divs we were rolling over in Tron. It was Tron dash. What was the Tron?
Tron dash. There's a Tron dash TRX bank. There's a Tron dash.
Yeah, the
bank.
Dash Bank.
There's a Tron Dash BTT bank. So you'll see those there. So if you like see the one that says Tron Dash, says TRX bank there.
Of
but
course,
you-
it'll pull it in from here,
Yeah.
won't it?
Yeah, exactly. Or you can click on the bars on the left there at the top, and you can see all the Tron Dash specific apps if you want.
Oh, right. If you hit these three, to liquidity. Yeah.
And
Okay.
you
So
can-
we haven't done
Then
this
go
for a
under the one that
while.
says- yeah, click on House Apps, and it'll open up that. And then you see there's the TRX Bank, BTT Bank, and Dash Bank.
I think we did Dash Bank, didn't we? No, BTT Bank.
Yeah, I did a little of each of them, and they weren't accruing very quickly because when you deposit or withdraw, there's the 10% fee
Yeah.
that they pull from, and so at some point I pulled mine out, figuring I was going to take the 10% hit because it was going to take too long to gain back the original 10% that I lost.
Right. I mean, look at this. This is mine. Your divs, 26 TRX divs, but my
Yep.
TRX wallet, I've only what? I invested $3.99, and my divs are that high.
Yeah, it says your savings are 270. So you've got 270. You've got 270 in there, and you've got 26.92 dividends. So you could withdraw your dividends if you want, or you could roll it over if you want.
I won't do that now because my energy's right
Yeah.
down to
Right.
nothing.
Exactly.
But that's interesting because we haven't looked into that for quite some time. I wasn't even
Right.
sure which ones we looked at. That was Dash Bank. Did we do BTT Bank as well? I don't think we did we? No,
It's
we
hard
didn't.
to say. Nope. And then look at TRX Bank and see what's in there. It'll show under your savings. It'll show what you actually have.
Yeah, and that's a little misleading when you see it. When you see a
Yeah.
figure in there right now where it says your wallet 850 BTT, because that's pulling in from my Tronlink wallet. So
Right, that's saying that's what you have in your wallet, but the
Yeah.
savings are what you actually have in the bank. Yeah.
gotcha.
So it is misleading by the wording, yes.
So this looks kind of similar. Oh no, this
No,
is the
you
first.
got-
Sorry, that's the first one.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
was
T.
the first one. So
TRX Bank.
go to the Dash one.
Dash Bank, yeah. Okay, so we mustn't have done this one. We just did the TRX Bank.
No.
Yeah,
Right.
cool.
Yeah. Now it turns out if you click on the three bars at the top again,
Yeah.
and you go down to where it says I think it was the where it said what was it about what's the last that's the wallet address at the bottom. I went to I think it was the FAQs. It had in the right corner, it gives you the ID that you can paste into your Just Swap wallet, and you can add that Dash token to your Just Swap wallet, so you can convert that red Dash back into TRX,
That's handy.
which is nice. Yes, if you scroll down to the bottom of that screen, in the bottom right-hand corner. Oh,
Maybe
it
they're
must
wrong.
not be there anymore. Let me take a look here on my screen, so I can tell you where it's at. Oh, sorry, it's the one that says Dash token. Click on the one that says Dash token.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so see there it shows the exchanges. The far right one is Just Swap, and the other two, the right one or left one is what, Polynex,
Yeah.
and then the right one is Just Swap. So if you click on that, it'll take you to Just Swap, and it'll pop up with the screen and say, do you want to add this token to your list of tokens? But of course, you've got that. There it is. Then
There
you
you
just
go,
check
yeah.
the box. Then it'll add it to your list here. So then you can take anything that you have in your wallet, wrapped BTT, wrapped TRX, regular TRX BTT. You can convert it to Dash or convert Dash to any one of those.
Well, that's handy. But did we?
Yeah.
Was I actually touching the dash bank, or did I always forget which one I used. Was it Was TRX bank, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're doing TRX Bank, so you don't need to do any conversion.
But I tell you what,
had
it's interesting to note, because do you remember? And this is probably a good segue into these fake tokens. But I remember seeing Dash in that list of tokens, which wasn't the real Dash, right?
Right. There's some other red dashes, but because this one came from this site, this is the official red dash.
Yep.
There are other red dashes out there. There are also blue dashes that look like the true blue dash that's on the Ethereum chain. So when we can look at those as well. And
can we just take a pause here to address Gigglepickle's question? She's asked, how can she connect her Tron wallet to DLive? There's not much to that, actually. Do you want me to? Do you want to walk her through that, Comtech?
Yeah, I suppose I can do that. Yeah, it's
I'm going to
generally once you've connected to the DLive site. As a matter of fact, this wallet I have here, I haven't connected to DLive, so I can.
I'm just going to get a sweater, man. A little cold here.
Sure. I can go to dlive.io.
Yeah, Gigglepickles, I hope you're here. I did see your comment, but I hope you're still here, Giggles. See, there's not much to this at all, right? Like, once you've got it.
Right.
Mine's already connected.
Right. And yeah. And they have the one where you can do the investing. Let me see, my screen looks like it's wider than it should be.
Oh yeah.
Let me change my dimensions. There we go. Looks a little better now.
It's a bit cleaner, yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Let me see. Oh, I know what it is. Oh, it was on the DLive.io I believe it's stake. I can go back to the Tron Dash page.
Oh, you went to a channel called Stake. There's a channel called Stake? They got 11 followers as well. That's pretty cool.
Okay, let me do it this way. This way I know we'll get there because it's listed in there. So,
yeah, Ethine put a link in the chat to dlive.tv/stake. But the thing is, I don't think she's asking that. She's asking how to connect the wallet to the site, which it's actually, there's nothing to it really.
I'm trying to remember because, it should just come up and very simply ask you, because since I haven't linked this, it's going to come up and ask the same thing.
There you go.
You go here, you tell it, don't have a Tronlink, click here. So you click the link, you click that red box that said link my wallet. It'll pop up with a
so we're Gigglepickles.
Yeah.
We're going to assume we're going to assume Gigglepickles has her Tronlink wallet already, and then it's just a case of going to that page and literally clicking the link button. There's nothing more to it, except you'll have to accept the request signature.
Right, and here it popped up with this saying that DLive wants to talk to my wallet, so you have to click this. If this box doesn't show up on your screen, you'll have a red dot over here, and if you click on your wallet over here, this box will pop up.
Yeah.
So then you can click the connect. Then once I do that, then it'll talk to the DLive site.
Yeah.
And then once it's there, you can then say you want to stake in, and it'll actually come up and say, how much do you want to stake? And I believe that somewhere on the screen, I thought it showed how much you actually had in your wallet. So then you can select how much you want to.
I usually grab that from the wallet, but it probably does pop up there as well. I like how they've changed it to, just scroll down a little. I like how they've changed the data there to including all the numbers and the decimal points. Before it used to round it up to like 1 point or 1 bill or 1 point, but I like how it's actually the numbers now.
Yeah, this is nice because it used to say like 600M and you're like,
Yeah,
Oh, okay, but now you've got a better feel for it.
exactly.
Yeah.
ePhone says when you go there, you connect the wallet. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing really to it. And the only reason I couldn't do that is because I'm already connected, and I only connected once when I began my DLive, like originally. I think that might have even been. No, you're right. No, it wasn't at the beginning. It was when it went from Lino to BTT, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, the last time I had to connect my wallet was in the very beginning when I started, when I staked into DLive, and ever since then it's always been connected. If you go up here and you're not logged into your wallet, you'll click on here, you'll put in your password, then this will come up, then this will start to populate and it'll link in. But
Exactly.
if you're logged out of your wallet, then it'll give you that yellow box that says link to your wallet, or if you don't have a wallet, click here.
Yeah.
So
I hope that helped you,
but
Giggle Pickles. Pretty straightforward. Yeah.
that's typically all it takes. And if you need, I can do a chat with you later, Giggles, and show you. I can see. You can share your screen. I can see what you're looking at. And we can
Yeah.
work.
I
through
also
that.
think that I'm pretty certain there is a step-by-step walkthrough on the DLive community page that takes you through that process as well.
Yes, that's true. One
Yeah.
thing I did find, which was confusing, and when I looked in the DLive community page, when I staked out some of my BTT, they didn't make it clear that they did say, it would take 4 weeks of the BTT to be in limbo. And
4 weeks.
when I came in, yeah, I think it was 4 weeks.
I think it's
No,
2.
sorry.
I think it's 2.
Well, anyway, it was a long time. Anyway, what I found was that I'd go back in and check, and it would keep saying a yellow box here saying, you have to wait, and I think it had a bit of a countdown where it said you've got 2 more days or something.
Yeah.
Finally, it came to the point where I was the day after, and I looked and it still said that, and I was like, what am I supposed to do? And you had to click.
There was one more button. Yeah.
You had to click. I think you had to click stake out one more time. Then the yellow box turned to release funds. Then you clicked the yellow box. Then it released funds, but they didn't say that in the instructions.
Yeah, that was super frustrating for a lot of people.
That little last step. Yeah, because I sat there going, it's the day after it's done. Where is it? And finally, I just first I said, well, let me click stake out again, and the text changed from saying you have to wait to now you can get it. Then I clicked the get it button. I got it.
That's like a coding. I wouldn't call it an error, but I'd call it an omission, and it's at a critical time where people are wondering, where is my stakeout? The market's pumping. How come it hasn't come out? And like you said, it was a day after it had finished. It's like, dude, all that should happen is that message should change to now click to confirm. The days have gone, click to confirm. That's all it needs to do. Like, it's just a simple.
Instead of having to click stake out again, and it didn't say in the documentation click stake out again.
Nah. And the thing is, when you clicked stake out the first time, you were aware that there's a 2-week period of waiting.
Right.
So then, once that 2-week dissipates and gets down to nothing, you thinking, what's going on? You definitely don't want to press that button again in the fear that it's going to take another 2 weeks for anything to happen. So, it's just like a
frustration. I did that, and I was like, oh, good. It's not going to, because I thought worst case is it might pop up and ask me to withdraw more money than I did.
I think when you click it again, it comes up with claim stakeout or
exactly
something to that effect. Yeah, just such a
This
small,
yellow button.
like this is like I guess this is pretty synonymous with cryptocurrency, right? Like it's the tiny little things that can make all the difference, and that can be enough to put someone entirely off the whole thing.
Right.
Especially when things are pumping, like when BTT was mooning when I got out last time.
Right.
That process was like, it was based upon everything that was happening at the time. That was when Elon bought the 1.5 bill Bitcoin. I was like, this has to happen now, and you can't faff around with it. And there was just this one little coding omission
Right.
which could have changed everything. Yeah,
Yeah, I
sucks.
remember that because I was on the stream with you and I said, this is what I found because my time had expired like the week before yours did. So I wanted to let you know, okay, you have to click the stakeout
Yeah.
button again so that the message will change and you can click the button and you can get it. Because you're
Yeah.
like, why is it still saying pending? Why is
Yeah,
it
yeah.
like, push that
Super
again.
frustrating. Like Giggle Pickles now sort of trying to connect to wallet and stuff. Those kind of small subtleties can really mess you up. Hey, Jason, I see your comment there. I saw your jamming video with Eric. I play guitar. I have pics of guitars and build on Instagram. Cool, man. Did you guys sort that all out? How are you streaming his desktop? We're in Restream Studio here, just doing a screen share. I've got to work on mine, but it's going well. Comtech, do you want to move into these phony currencies? Because this is going to.
Absolutely.
Speaking of confusing people.
Okay, so do you want to start with the good, the bad, or the meme?
Let's go with the bad. Get the
Okay.
bad out of the way first.
Let's get some bad out of the way. Okay, there's a couple bad ones. BAL was one that you had talked about.
Yeah.
If you in your wallet, there's this blue plus sign, and if there are any new cryptos that come along, you'll have a little red dot next to this, which means there's new tokens over here that you can look at. One real side step here, you see this little blue V next to all these? Those mean they've been verified on like the Polynex exchange. So they are good
Legitimate.
cryptos, legitimate ones that you can exchange for TRX or BTT or whatever.
Yeah.
If they don't have ones, here's mine. I haven't managed to. Yeah, into monies. I haven't managed to put mine onto the exchange because when I minted it, it wanted 1,000 TRX. So I spent 1,000 TRX to make this crypto of my own. But to then get it onto an exchange, it wanted to do another process and it kept failing the process.
Oh, bugger.
So, and after twice of trying to do it and not knowing how much TRX I was burning to do it, I was like, I'm just going to not do that part because I can exchange this on JustSwap.
Yeah, gotcha.
And so,
No need to go to Polynex then. Yeah.
right, exactly. So let's go over here, and I've got some of these. The blue dots on this asset screen means that I can move them into my main wallet view, or these dots next to it mean I can go in here and I can tell it to delete it where it won't show up in my wallet at all.
Yeah.
So let me go down here. One that's really kind of nasty, the nastiest one I've seen is TLS.
TLS.
Sounds harmless. And these are TRC10 tokens, so they have an ID. They don't have an address. Like this one has an address, which means that, and this is a Sun TRX token.
Yep.
So if it has an address, it means it's easily exchangeable on an exchange. If it has an ID, it's more of just a meme token, token that somebody sent you.
And that's a
But if I
that's a
click on
TRC 10 at that point, is it?
Right, and it shows you here the ID right here. If it had an address, you'd see the address. So if I click up here in details, oh, I should have. No, let me take a step back here real quick. Down here it says more. If I click on this, it only allows you to send it to the DApp chain, which is an alternate wallet that you have for each Tronlink wallet you have. Besides your main wallet, there's a DApp wallet where you can move tokens over to it, presumably so that they're available for using for like online gambling or certain dApps. I haven't found any that I need to use that with, but that's a feature. And if it only has that, that's an indication it can't be traded on any exchange.
Right.
Okay.
Now,
So,
the other thing to note there is when these coins appear in your wallet overnight, that should automatically give you the trigger of like, hang on a second, what? How come I've got this? How come I've got 6,000 of this coin all of a sudden?
right. So down here, you see you have the issuing time, the issuer who issued it, and that's their wallet address. So you can always go there and look and see what they actually have. Here's the official website, TLS Swap. If I go there, Tron Scan says, hey, this could be a dangerous site. Do you want to continue?
Right.
Well, I live dangerously.
It's just a .com anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got this wallet, so I can go in here and check this. It says, oh, I'll get 0TX in my. I've got 0. Yeah. So I can go in here and tell it that I want to. Let's say if I had 10 TLS tokens, it says I'll get 66 TRX.
Hello, that's pretty good. Why not?
Sounds great. Okay, let me go ahead and click the swap button.
Happy days. Almost.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's open. Sorry, I've got one of these. Windows 10 likes to try to snap things to the edge of the screen, so I have to force the window across. Otherwise, it wants to just stick on the other window. So
Okay.
here's the request. It says that it's going to do a TRX transfer on the main net. The quantity is 3,294 TRX. Now, this is not my wallet address. That is not my address. This is saying it's going to take this much TRX and send it there.
Now that's more than the TRX you have in your wallet, though, right?
That's about 50 less than what I have in my wallet.
Wow, little sneaky little pricks.
So 66.8 TRX. This is not 66.8 TRX.
What? You see this, folks? You see, and you would assume by clicking on swap TLS token and you're going to get 66 TRX from that, you would assume everything's good. If you don't look at the request signature, you're going to... Yeah.
So now I've got this red dot because I've got another screen here that popped up. I was trying to show you something else, but I have to show you this now. So this screen says, allow that address, which is not mine again, to spend your $10 million in US dollars.
What?
So this would attempt to suck every token out of my wallet if I clicked accept.
Dude.
So they would go in there and say, oh, let's take the TRX. Let's see if we can take anything else. So yeah, this is really a nasty thing. Oh yeah, so I wanted to show you, this is the amount of TRX I have in this wallet. For some reason, this wallet always displays it as dollars instead of the actual.
You can see it down there,
it
though,
is.
3943, yeah.
3943. Remember 3943. Come on.
Is that a Windows thing, or is that site doing
Yes,
that, do you think?
it's a Windows thing.
Oh, yeah.
3943. So it's going to take
3294. Just
So
leave you a little there. Just leave you with some. Huh?
800. Leave me 800 TRX just to be nice.
That's kind. That's nice of them.
Yeah. So they don't totally drain your wallet. They just take most of your investment. Oh, but wait, there's more. Claim free TLS token.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
yeah, why not?
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Yeah,
They're
let me
free,
go ahead and
yeah.
Claim a free token because I don't have any TRX or whatever to go through that. Oh, look, same number again. Oh, it's that other. It's not my address again. So
My
they're trying to
goodness.
so either one of these links will suck your TRX out of your wallet.
And don't forget how
of
this
course-
came to you. It comes to you miraculously overnight, where you just wake up and you find a new coin and a value in your wallet. That's how they get
Right.
you.
Right.
Far
Now,
out.
the other thing is, I had to click on the token and go to the official website for that token for this to happen. So because it's not tied to any exchange, you can't accidentally do this. But if you are learning about crypto and you think, oh, well, there's got to be an official site where I can transact this, and you go there, this is what you'll see, this is what you'll encounter. So
Yep.
you can't accidentally do this. You have to go to the site and then try to perform the steps. So it's
can
not
we-
going to magically take it out.
Can you just that's a good point to note. Can you just go back to that or just do it again so we get the contract up again, the request signature, and can you investigate on Tron scan that wallet address, and let's just see how many people have fallen for this, because they will be receiving they'd be receiving stuff all the time, right? To make everybody weep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then we can also see what their supply is of this bogus. So I can copy this address, who's the recipient.
Yep.
I can go here to Tron scan. I paste in the address. And yes, that's the address.
So let's have a look at this.
And they've got no energy, no Tron power, 1500 bandwidth, and we can see they've got, what's that, 2,633 TRX. Let's keep on looking here. Yeah, so they don't have a whole lot in there right now, so they apparently siphon off their winnings.
Yeah, they're probably pumping it from there into another wallet or another series
Right.
of wallets.
Right,
Far
exactly. Now if I go in here and I look at if I want to pursue that, I could click on their, let me see here. Yep, I guess, yeah. And
I just want to tell you how
exactly.
it feels.
I want to tell you how it feels, Charlotte. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll
This
tell
is
you.
gold.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so this is the wallet. So obviously it's like a temporary retaining wallet where they pull it out after
Yeah.
you manage to do the.
I tell you what, though,
Scam.
it's notable. Scroll down again and look at the names of the tokens they've got. It's notable to keep an eye on some of those other token names like
Right.
Clever and Play and Like, Free Coin, Diamond Love, Grafton Coin. All that stuff should just give you triggers instantly to be aware of them. If they turn up in your wallet, it's all linked to this guy, right?
Well, no, this guy is sent these, like Clever is a real token.
Oh, okay.
So is HT. So is this Ape NFT. This is the one that I have invested. See, it's got the red dot, so it means those are
Gotcha.
reputable tokens. It's the ones that don't have the red dots. Here's one that's called Diamond Love. We can look at that here in a moment. But so this is that guy's wallet, the recipient wallet, where, like I said, they probably just go in there and siphon it out. So
Yeah.
this TLS token, which is this wonderful blue token, I gotta
Do not accept that one. Jeez. Reject.
cancel that. Yep. Gotta go back over here. So this blue TLS with this blue shield is a bad one. Now there's a good TLS out there, but it looks like a dark blue with a T, kind of like this, but it's darker blue and it's called TLS, and I believe it has an address and a red dot. So
Dang.
that one is good. So whenever you have something without a red dot, you have to be cautious. So let me bring up one here that I think you'll find interesting. So here is, and they've got some nice ones like Rolex. Ooh, that sounds like a good one.
It's like brand association, right? Oh, then Rolex have a coin. Oh, cool. I'll get on that. You know, Coca-Cola
Yeah.
coin.
Yeah, XNFT. Oh, look. This is something Tronlink put in, it pops up and says, "Caution, this project is suspected to be a scam."
Well, that's handy.
So that helps to let people know that, this is not going to be a legitimate
yeah.
token, so you don't want to do anything. But I always look down here under more. It only has the DApp chain, no exchanges, neither Polynex nor JustSwap,
Yep.
and that's the wallet address that I sent it from my other wallet to here, so I could have this for demonstration. But
Yep.
I'll go in the details, and in here, there's no official website. That's why you got that note, because if there's no official website, no white papers, then you're going to get this notice. It even shows in this screen, warning, this token could be hazardous to your wallet.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, Hexy Mofo, how you doing, man? Good to see you, Hexy.
And I could click on the issuer and look at his wallet, but chances are this is probably another one of those wallets where they keep very little in there.
Yeah, a dummy wallet.
Right, exactly. So
So that's two examples of bad. What's an example of the good?
okay. Here's an example of a good one. Free. The free token.
Okay.
And another way you can tell, and let me just touch on this real briefly and I'll jump back in there. Another way you can tell that that's a good wallet is in JustSwap. I'll just go JustSwap here. Okay. Sorry. I've got to go back to here to get to JustSwap. JustSwap, because it's an exchange and it's dealing with legitimate tokens.
Yep.
Over here, if you click on this where it says select a token, it will show you all the tokens that are valid and good. And in here you can see there's a USDT, USDJT, US, and HT. We saw that in the other guy's wallet. So
Yeah.
the HT with that address is good. There are other HTs out there, but this one's a good one. Now you can also go under scan to look at the wallets. This one called free is, I think this is the one, let's see here. I'm not sure if that's one anyway, but the free token, let me get back in here and show you. Anyway, in the exchange, you can see a list of all the tokens that are valid. Oh, I know where it was. It's under swap right here. If you click swap here,
It'll bring it up there.
Yeah, this is a different list of the items, but in here it'll actually show you like the free token. So this is the good TLS I was telling you about. It looks like a Tesla symbol and it has an address rather than an ID number.
Right.
So this one is valid. And there's also, I believe the free one is in here as well. Oh, here. There's the other exchange. You can switch to this other exchange list. They keep updating these lists with, here's the Tron Alliance. So many of these will look the same, but some of these have quite a bit more, like the Tron Alliance here. This list, yeah, go ahead.
3 new tokens, yeah.
Yeah, so this list is a little more extensive. You can see it's got Safe Money, Fist, WOK, OSK, all these. And so these are all...
There was that free one up there, I saw it.
Yeah.
A bit further. Yeah, there.
There it is. Oh, that's Pearl.
Oh, sorry, my bad. That's my 46-year-old eyesight. I thought that said free. It said Pearl.
It's
Wow.
yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't see it then.
it's okay. But I believe it's on this. I thought it was in this list, but there's fruit in here too, or peanuts. Sorry, peanut. Anyway, so there's a couple different exchange lists here that you can look at, but so that way you can confirm that those are ones that are good, and
Yeah.
those addresses, especially with that address, because you can find a dozen with the same name, but they'll have different addresses. So the safe thing to do is go into an exchange like that, and I believe you can click on that address to copy it, and then you know that that's the way to do it. So we get back down here to the free one. And free is available on Polynex.
There you go.
So
more legitimatized.
It's a legitimate one. Even though it's got an ID, it's exchangeable on Polynex.
Yes.
And if we go out here to the details, it may or may not have a official website. So if I go to the official website for free, tells you free coin, you notice it's going to CoinMarketCap.
Yes.
So they don't actually have their own site, but they're taking you to a well-known site that shows
Yep.
crypto rates.
Now that's interesting.
So-
It's on the Ethereum chain there though.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so, well, it was showing that, but there is also a token there for the
For the Tron.
TRX chain because it's Tron 10. One of them I wanted to show you here that I believe I have here was.
Now, just back on that. Sorry, did that free token appear in your wallet overnight?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. So I guess what the point of this is then to sort of illustrate that there are ways to check and validate if something is legit before you start transacting it, and these are the ways to do it.
Right. Now this love token is very interesting. You can see that it doesn't have an exchange.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, well, this is questionable. We'll go out here, we'll look in Tron Scan. Close these old Tron Scan windows. And if I go to the official website, it's called diamondlove.io, and it's got all these nice, wonderful stories and unconditional love to everybody in the world. Sounds like somebody's building a beautiful site here. It's got stories. It's
There's
got all this
rainbows,
stuff.
unicorns.
Rainbows, unicorns, but no exchange. They sent it out as a token to say, hey, here's a site of interest. So it's like going to a casino and you get a token you take home with you to say, oh, I got this from the casino I visited.
Okay.
So this site actually brings us up, tells you about these must reads. It talks about all these nice news articles and things. So, but I didn't see anything on this site that talked about exchanging or trying to separate you from your crypto. So it's like, this is really nice. So this is an example of somebody who put together a nice site. They built a token as a meme to be able to send it out to people. And if people knew to look for the official website for it, they would be brought here. So they can then read all these articles and see all of this information. And
Okay.
so this is another use for a token to basically say, oh, here's something to remind you of our site or to get you interested in looking at our site.
So
They've
what
got
would be the sell then at that point? Just to get you to the site?
Right, exactly.
Is there anything you
Because
can do on the site? Like, can you buy their merchandise, or you can what's the how are they going to get your money?
That's a good question. I think right here it's more just for information. I'm sure at some point they would add some additional some additional things, like maybe they want you to go over here to buy Ethereum, or go here and buy Polkadot.
Gotcha.
So this may just be a springboard to make you aware of these other cryptos that you can buy, or
It's
to these
marketing.
people who are yeah, exactly. It's marketing. So this could lead me to a site of somebody else who's like, oh yeah, hi, I'm big in Ripple. Buy Ripple. I've got a Ripple site where I'll give you a great deal in Ripple.
Yeah.
And it could be a bogus thing, or it could be a legitimate site. But from what I've seen of this looks like it's nicely done. There's nothing here that seems scammy at all. But it's got all these great articles on various things about different cryptos and how they work and all that. And this link here goes out to the sublink they have. But again, this was an interesting one that I was surprised that they weren't trying to separate you from your money at the get-go.
Yeah,
They talked
yeah.
about all these different things. So
Go back over to that. What's the second menu on the left? Home, then coins. What's under coins? Oh, these are just all different coins. Gotcha.
Bitcoin, Ethereum, then there's articles on Ethereum, and
So when you receive that coin in your wallet, the Diamond Love coin, if you're not, I think what we're illustrating here is if you're not aware that there are meme coins that aren't really, they're not for trading and they're not to earn you anything. You get some in your wallet, but the idea behind you receiving them is to get your attention, to get you to go somewhere else. And then at that point, there's like, well, here you are. Now you're learning about our thing.
right.
There is no way to transform or to transfer that token anywhere. It's just there,
Correct.
right? Yeah.
Right. So it's a marketing token, basically. Yeah.
Are there many people using that as a technique in crypto?
That's the first site I've seen that did that.
Right. What about if you go to CoinMarketCap and look at Diamond Love? Does that exist, or did we?
Let's take a look. Let's see. Okay, there it is.
No results.
Results.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because, again, it didn't lead us over here. It's just like I said, because it's a TRC10 token.
Mm.
The only TRC10 tokens that I've usually seen that are any good at all is BTT right here, because it's got the blue mark. This is what Justin Sun or whoever, they went in, they made the effort to make it so it's exchangeable on the Pawnex exchange,
Yes.
which means somebody had to, and I could take my TRC10 token I made, and I could put it on the exchange, but I think it's going to require a lot of TRX to do it.
Right.
So it's not something you'd want to do lightly, because unless you're planning to actually equate it to value of TRX or USD dollars or whatever.
Yeah. Let's just take a moment to admire in the chat. Charlotte Rose sent Hendrik a bottle of Jack, bottle of Coke, and chips. Damn. Happy times, Hendrik.
It's a party. All right.
That's
cheers.
awesome. Charlotte, you're such a sweetheart. That is incredible. Hexy Mofo says check on nomics. I guess it doesn't matter. The point of that Diamond Love coin was just to sort of verify that it's not actually a thing, but it's a thing in the sense that it's in your wallet and it's got your attention, and therefore they've kind of won at that point by getting you to go and investigate. They're not the bad. They're not trying to take your coins out of your wallet. They're trying to take your attention away from your wallet to their site. Yeah,
Right.
for whatever.
And and maybe under one of those links, there's a place where they want you to sign up and become a follower of their group or
Yeah, something
follow
like
on their
that.
website or something like that. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, but it's a marketing token, to put it very simply.
It's like a pop-up. Like I'll think of that like a pop-up. Like you don't see them that often anymore. But 10 years ago on the internet, if you were going somewhere, something would pop up in front of you and take you somewhere else. And you're like, no, I was going to go to that side, and now I'm over here. That's yeah.
Exactly. One thing I wanted to show you briefly here was under the scan. Let's say, what was that one? Let's again, like I said, I think like the free token. Let's look at that. You see, here's one with a blue F.
Yeah.
There's a gold one. There's another one. If I say view more, it'll show 2 more. And any one of these are ones that other people have minted. They're not necessarily bad, but they're not the one that we saw in our wallet.
Yeah.
And so you can click on that and it can show you if you want to trade it. It'll tell you what showed on that screen there, how many TRX would work with that. Let me just I didn't want. Well, I can take it out of the list.
Yeah.
So here, let's say if I had 10 TRX, yeah, 10 TRX, and it says there's no estimate. Let's see if I did 10 of these, nothing. So there's no value to it.
Yeah.
And so, there are just various tokens out there that have the same name.
On that note, a similar situation, and I'm not too sure how far you've gone with it, but do you remember when there was all those airdrop coins that you needed to use the Trust wallet for, and a lot of them had a value assigned to them?
Right.
Do you recall? There was like 20 different contract addresses that you added to the Trustlink wallet, and then you actually had a dollar value associated with it. But the moment you try to exchange it, you have to then already have some of their. I think it's Binance Smart Chain. Need to, yeah. And that's
Exactly.
another little, like, I guess we haven't hit on that yet, but that's another way that they kind of scam you. You get an airdrop, right? Like, and this is why I don't touch the airdrops anymore, because you get an airdrop and you follow all of their steps, like add to their Telegram, retweet a Twitter, send the link to the retweeted Twitter, blah, 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 blah. And then a couple of days later, sure enough, you get in your Metamask or you get in your Tron, whatever it is, you get this token. And you're like, rad, dude. And then you go and check the value of it. It's like, oh, that's cool. That's actually worth a few bucks. That's like, $6, $7 worth. That's cool. I'm going to cash that out because this thing's going to go to nothing eventually. So I'll cash it out. You go to transact it and it says you need X amount of BNC or whatever it is, BSC in there to do this transaction. And you're like, really? The value of the transaction is worth, it's going to be worth more than the actual currency of the network that I've got in my wallet. Get out of here. And I didn't ask for it. I mean I probably did because I clicked your airdrop bot, but that's just like a sly way of them saying, here we are, we know how this works and we're going to milk you for it.
Right.
And then once you've done that, the value of that transaction is worth jack shit, but you've just spent however much Binance Smart Chain doing it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And,
crazy.
Yeah. In your wallet here, you can see there's dollar amount. There's $1. It's 1/10 of a cent for free, but it has a value to it. So,
Yeah.
So any of these that have a value. Now this doesn't have a value to it, but it's my own token.
Yeah.
But if I just go here real quick and I tell it I want to go to swap, and I switch this around and tell it that I want to take 100 of my token, it says I can get 4.45 TRX. And this is interesting because when I first did this, when you mint it at first, they want you to have 100 of your token equal 1 TRX.
Oh, wow.
So my token appreciated 4 times.
Ah. Is that because TRX is appreciated, or have you got some utility that we don't know about?
I invested in my CTT20 liquidity pool, and strangely enough, people went in there, bought and sold it, and so there's some value to it because people were. I think as the value of TRX goes up and down, people are buying and selling other cryptos to leverage that price change. Which
Yes,
is perfectly fine.
that's
so
how
like-
how crypto works. Yeah.
Yeah. So watch this. So I'm going to take Chimani's, and Chimani, he had to do the same thing. 100 of his equaled 1 TRX.
Yeah.
Look at this.
So it's now worth 20. Wow,
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. And I all I can think is that maybe it's because in his liquidity pool he doesn't have as much as I do, so there's more of a demand, or maybe he's got a bigger audience who's trading his Chimani's, and that's what's caused it to appreciate in value. But I saw that and I was like, okay, what's he doing that I'm not doing? I'm
Yeah.
gonna be Chimani.
Yeah. Hexy Mofo gives you a little warning there. You got to be careful. Sometimes free coins can get you hacked. Use a Virgin wallet if you want to play around with one with no crypto. That's actually what Comtech has here. This is not his normal wallet. This is a wallet specifically set up for testing and trial. But yeah, good point, Hexy. Very good point.
Exactly. Yep. That's why I talked to Give and said I've got this, so I can show this. We can go, and if anybody in the chat has a suggestion of a crypto they want me to look at, I can take a quick look at it. We can see
Yeah, that's a good
it's-
idea.
if it's
Yeah.
dangerous or not, because we're here to inform and teach people about this because it's all relatively new. And
Yeah. Actually,
I
this
don't
is interesting timing because, and Hexy will be frothing at the bit like I am, but Pulse Chain is coming, and I would suggest within the next 2 to 3 months, I guess. And what I'm going to do at that point, or before it actually happens, is take all of my earnings from I got a few small sites like cos.tv, which I've got a lot vested in, my Gaze token from Gaze TV, and a couple other places. And it's going to be difficult. I think Gaze TV is going to be super simple, but I think Cos TV is going to be kind of tricky to get my money out of. But I'm going to get it all out and get it in Hex the day before the Pulse Chain launches. So what I'm saying is this is cool that we've got this set up sort of almost working. I'm going to turn that monitor around and I'm going to fix that so that I can share the whole screen. And when it comes down to it, those streams will be good to have you on as well, Comtech, to sort of walk through that process of transacting in Cos TV and taking out vested cause and this and that. So I like that we can do this together, like the way this works. Yeah, anybody else that needs to do it can follow along as well.
Right. So I'm quickly looking in the pool under Just Swap, and here's my token.
Yeah.
And if I look in the pool info, this is the thing that I found was very interesting. It shows that 1 CTT is equal 0.0447, or 1 TRX equals 22 of my token instead of 100 of them. So it's appreciated. You get a candlestick here, which shows what the value looks like. Right now, there's not much showing, but here are all the transactions that people have done where they've swapped TRX for CTT. And these are the newest. The oldest, this goes down back in history. So if I go back 5 pages, we're looking back 3,187 hours ago
Okay.
when somebody added CTT20 and TRX. That was probably me putting in 1,000 CTT for 10 TRX. So that was when I first put into my pool. And then I put in some more, and then here somebody swapped TRX for my token, and they put in 150 TRX, and they got 12.34 of my token.
So all of this is done without you advertising it at all, or you...
Right, exactly. Yeah, I didn't advertise. I think somebody was just out there and they looked. I don't know if they, because I did.
I just
put
want
a
to tell you
little
how it
tag.
feels.
Thank you,
How does it
H-Man.
feel?
I want to tell you how it feels. The triple freaking give. Thank you, H-Man.
Jesus.
Alright.
Bees, ease, cheese, ease, needs, me's, ease, leaves, this, keys, me, things, these, wings, these, leaves, me's, these, bees, me, mind, water veins.
Jack is poured. It feels great. Thank you, Hendrik. Thank you, Charlotte, for sending Hendrik the Jack.
Okay, let me show you this real quick here. On my token, in here, I put this wonderful little tagline: exchangeable token to promote crypto learning.
That's cool.
And
Yeah.
so it's possible somebody was Googling and they were checking on through JustSwap or whatever, and they may have come across that tagline or something, or they just liked the fact that there was CTT20, and they're like, oh, let's check this out. And they saw there was actually value to it, so they started investing in it.
And you got 22 holders that are 22 addresses there, so 22 people hold your coin. That's rad, dude.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it shows how many people have it, how many are in circulation, and how many total there are.
So how did the circulating supply originate? That's what you made, right? You created that.
When you mint it, it asks you, what is your total supply going to be, and then how much do you want to circulate?
Hmm. And how did you work those figures out?
I just pulled them out of thin air. I figured I wanted a token that wasn't going to be too expensive and not too cheap. I thought, well, if I've got to have 100 of mine to equal 1 TRX, so if I take 2 zeros off the end there, and I said, well, if my thing stayed the same value, that is basically, what's it going to be? Maybe I probably went gung-ho with it. I didn't want to go to 1 billion. I thought I would do 100. I think it was 100. Let's see. Oh, that's a decimal point. Okay, just so you know, that's a decimal point there. So
Okay.
I only did 100,000.
Gotcha.
Because I figured I could, at the time, TRX was 10 cents each. So if I was looking at saying, well, I'd be willing to be out $1,000 if somebody bought all my tokens.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. And so that's why I did 100,000, because I just thought it'd be a good number to use.
And how much TRX did it cost you to mint this and get this thing running from nothing, from zero to the token you have now?
To go through the steps, and the steps are all within Tron skin here under tokens, where you tell it you want to record a token, it'll go through. At one point in the process, it says it takes 1,000 TRX to allow it to be usable on an exchange.
You said that before, yeah.
Right. And so at the time, not thinking about it, TRX was 12 cents. So I spent $120 to mint my token.
That's not too bad, I suppose.
It's not too bad. And if I've got 100,000 tokens out there, and if I can get, well, on 100 of them, if I can get 4 TRX, that's four times the amount. So if, I don't know, let's say if it's 4 TRX per 100, that'd be 1,000, that'd be 4,000 TRX at the current rate of 10 cents. That would be 40, is that $400? I think that's $400. So yeah, I would come out ahead. So
Yeah.
I think I figured some of that into how many coins would I need to at the current rate to be able to, at least break even. So
Yep. Interesting, isn't it? I mean,
yeah,
that's a Tron, a TRC 20.
yeah. And I first made a TRC 10,
Right.
which
Oh,
I
yeah.
gave to a number of people that has no value to it. And there's a process where I can make it available on Polynex, for example. But then when I went through the process, I didn't want to spend too much on a TRC 10 token because it's an older technology of token.
Yes.
But the TRC 20 or the TRC 721, which you know of as a NFT token,
On the Tron chain, yeah,
you
TRC
can
720.
you can make a TRC 721, which is also compatible with ERC 721. So if you made an NFT here in the Tron scan, you can transact it on the Ethereum chain as well.
So just going back a step, when you said there was a price of 1,000 TRX to get your token exchangeable on Polynex, for example,
Right.
Is there any record of how many transactions have occurred through Polynex, or are all those transactions that we saw before through Polynex?
Those are through JustSwap. I didn't
Okay.
do the Polynex one because it looked like it generated an ERC20 address, and then it came up and said there's an error completing the process. And after trying it twice, I was like, I don't want to burn up any more TRX
Gotcha.
trying to get something to work. I wanted to find out why it failed, but I was still happy that I could still transact it on JustSwap, at least one exchange. If I put it on Polynex, then the world could see it, and who knows, it might go up to 10 TRX.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't want to be too greedy at this point,
You got me interested. I remember when you told me about it, I should do one, and I declined to do it back then. And I'm kind of thinking, well, you've got an interesting token where you've said this is to promote learning of crypto, so that's the utility of it.
Right.
And by the way, at that point when you show you're the origin address, you're the OA, right? And you hold most of the coin.
Yes.
So
That's correct. And this is my TRC 10 token. And I said to expand the understanding of cryptocurrency. And both of these, the official website is my DLive site because it doesn't matter where it goes to. And I figured that would show them my DLive site where they can learn more about crypto.
Interesting. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I commend you. I commend you doing it. I think maybe. So I'm gonna need about 1,000 TRX to get this thing going off, right? Approx.
I would say you probably want a little more than that because that was the minting cost, but there were some other steps that you had to do.
Yeah.
Because basically what you're doing is you're downloading a smart contract code from GitHub. You then put your your token name and short name and how much supply you want within that piece of code. Then you upload it to the Tron scan system. It compiles it. Then it produces some code that then you take to another step.
Right.
And each one of those steps, I'm sure it took some bandwidth and TRX or whatever, but I was more interested in the learning process than the expense of it. So I couldn't tell you how much TRX it actually used, but when it got to the point of saying this step, you need 1,000 TRX, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Do I want to go for it or not? And I said, okay, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm thinking, and the way I'm thinking about it is, if I pulled out my stronghold, I would have enough to create a coin.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, if just doing it just to have a coin wouldn't really, I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, I like what you've done to promote the learning of crypto, and I'd like to do something along the lines of my live stream, along the lines of, IRL and just some utility. I guess I'm trying to like work out what would be the point of having a Gives coin.
Well, you could do a couple different things with it. You could have it where you could, let's say, if you've got loyal followers on your site, you could distribute your Gives coin to them. For example, if you want it just as a marketing thing, but if you wanted to actually have value to it, you could say that people have earned enough of it because there's a TRX value associated with it, that if you wanted to give back to your followers or your subscribers, you could gift them a certain number of those tokens, and they could take them and they could exchange them for TRX, or they could hold on to them and let them potentially appreciate over time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like you said, you'd have a circulating supply, and of let's say you minted 1,000, or you I think you did 1,000,000, right? Or
100,000.
100,000. So let's just say you had 100,000 minted, and the circulating supply you cap at 1,000. So that gives it demand, right? There's only a certain amount circulating, and then but you can then release later on. You can release another 1,000, right?
Right. And the thing is that if for example, I go in and if I sent you some of them, it costs you nothing, but yet there's a value to it. So you could go to Just Swap and you could exchange my CTT20 for TRX or BTT or whatever you wanted. So in a way, it's a way of gifting some value to somebody. So here I've got 20,000 within this particular wallet.
Yep.
And there's a way within the Tronlink wallet where you can do what they call, you can have a watch wallet where you're able to look at a wallet. You're not able to transact anything in it, but you can just look at it. And so I have a watch wallet set up for that account where I have my particular, the CTT20.
Right.
So I can look at it and see what my current status is of how much TRX is in there and how many CTT20s are in there.
Right.
And the way you assign value to it is you pair it up in Just Swap. So you go to the pool in Just Swap and you say, I'm going to add this much TRX and this much of your token into the pool, and that's what gives you your circulating pool.
Yep.
And you can always add more to it later if you want, or you could pull some out. So today I could go in there, since it's worth 4 times the amount that it was before, I could go in there and I could pull out maybe a third of my supply, and I would have 4 times the TRX back than what I had when I first invested it. So it's a way of having, doing some investing, but also giving people the opportunity to, if I've given out my CTT20s and they want to cash them in for TRX,
they're welcome to.
Boom. Then they've got TRX and they can use those for anything they want. And
what happens to that? What happens to that coin then? Like when someone cashes your CTT into a TRX, does that coin get burnt?
That's a good question. As far as I can tell, I think it goes back into the pool because it draws from the pool. So if you're taking out CTT20, or you're putting in CTT20, you're taking out TRX, it'll withdraw that amount of TRX out of the pool.
But the CTT20 will go back into the circulating supply, or?
Yeah. It'll stay within the circulating supply, correct? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, look, the more we talk about it, the more interested I am in doing it. I am really, really keen. I'm going to go all in on Pulse, is what I'm getting at. I'm kind of thinking about pulling everything out of Bankroll and using, like, so take everything that I've got out of Bankroll and just getting it in my wallet, and then making sure I've got enough 1,000, 2,000, whatever it is, TRX to go ahead and mint my own coin, and then hold the rest of that ready for going all in on Pulse. Not too sure how you feel about that, but given what happened with Hex and given what Richard's been saying, I know we were going to leave Bankroll for a whole year. I mean, we've probably gone. I think the year would roll over in like January or February, but we've gone half a year, and I've got some good returns in it. And if the APY is so low now, maybe the time is to pull that stuff out.
Yeah,
get it,
because I don't see that APY growing anytime soon. So yeah, that's why I pulled mine out, because I saw, since the APY wasn't being published anymore, it's like, well, if it's that low,
yeah,
I've got other things I can invest in that are doing much better. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I showed it in Just Swap with the NFT, where I get paid NFT and TRX.
Yeah.
And so
the way I'm thinking now, though, is it wouldn't happen. It'd be a bit of a process, because to take everything out of Bankroll is going to require energy, and so what I think I should do, and because Pulse Chain's coming, it could be another 2 months away. I think we're in a good position, though. So what I think we should do is, every week on the stream for the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'll go ahead and start that process of withdrawing everything, with your assistance, of course, like getting everything out of Bankroll. Maybe I'll just leave the stockpile in there because it's worth nothing, but getting everything into my wallet, and then when it comes down to, okay, we've got, and I'm talking about Tron Dash as well, those little divs that are sitting in there. Once I've got it all in my wallet, we'll go ahead and we will start the process of making my coin. We can do it on stream. Does that sound cool? Like,
yep.
Your guidance, good, yeah. and then what I was thinking is, the way I would like to do it is like end of the month airdrops. Like, if I mint 100,000 of these coins, and then at the end of the month, you have a chance to win 1,000 gives coin. That's like, and it's one person gets the airdrop, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm just thinking about I'm thinking about how to sort of put something out there that is going to, it's gonna attribute value, because the streaming is always like, it's kind of like the BitClout. BitClout, I always said, we don't know what's going to happen with BitClout. It doesn't cost me anything to get a coin together. It costs you a little bit of BTC to buy the coin, and it could go absolutely gangbusters. We don't know. So I did that based on the fact that my content's going to continue. I'm going to continue the Gives a Minute live streaming experience. And if we start now with this coin, who knows what could be in 10 years? That's the way I'm looking at it, sort of.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
And as always, like with any of these things, I always want to have like double the amount of TRX. So like if you're going to mint the coin, you have to earmark 1,000 of it for the minting process. But then when you do the pairing of your coin with TRX, you need to make sure you've got some amount of TRX. And since it starts out at 100 to 1, if you wanted to put your 100,000 in the pool, you need 1,000 TRX.
Yep.
Additional to pair with your 100,000 gives coins.
Gotcha. Okay. So we'd be looking at at least a couple of thousand TRX, maybe to be safe, maybe 3,000 TRX, just to get this process together. I'm happy to do that. And when you think about the APY that we were earning on Bankroll back at the beginning, that stuff just sat there. I put 1,000 in, and now there's about 7,000 in there. So if I can, use that for something additional and get now the other thing to note, I guess, is it best to do this on the Tron chain, definitely not going to touch Ethereum, right, with the gas fees, but what about a Binance coin? Like, would it be, could that be a thing? Or, I know you haven't done that, so I guess probably.
Well, I have a trust wallet, and I've done some investing on, with the BNB token and a lot of the things I've done through PancakeSwap. They want the smart chain BNB, not the regular BNB.
Right.
And I found out the hard way because I converted some TRX to BNB, got it in my trust wallet. I was happy to have that. Went to PancakeSwap. It says you've got 0 BNB because in PancakeSwap, their smart chain BNB emblem looks just like the regular BNB emblem.
Oh, dang.
But when you're in the trust wallet, the smart chain BNB icon is darker than the regular BNB token. And so look at this, like, okay, I've learned from the first time, so I always have to make sure I've got plenty of the smart chain BNB so that I can invest in whatever it is. And there have been some really good investments I found on PancakeSwap. And but to get there, I had to jump through a few hoops. But there are some APYs in there that are just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I've got one that's doing 3% a day.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was like, and I sat there for a week looking at it going, okay, I'm doing the math. Yeah, it's 3%. It's 3%. And some of the others are like 2% a day. I'm like, 2%. And it was like 260,000 APY because it's compounding. So every time that 3% comes in every day, that's adding to the total. So then the next day, that 3% is being added to the base, plus you're getting 3% on the 3%. Then the next and the next. If you do a spreadsheet, you put in like 100, then you do times 1.03, and then you replicate that, times that sum times 1.03, and you just keep copying that down. I did it, and I said that it showed that within 3 months, I would more than double the money I had put in there initially. And I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. So, and I put small amounts in there because, like anything, it's highly speculative. I've never seen those kinds of returns ever. So, one of them I start out with $250, and the other day it was around $500, and I'm like, okay, it's working.
It's working. Hexy says, do you think the copy of PancakeSwap on Pulse will be a good project? I don't know, dude. I'll be honest, I'm a little confused with Pulse. All I'm conscious with Pulse Chain is that I want to have as much liquid hex ready to go the day that starts. And that's why I'm pulling in, that's what I said before, I'm pulling in all the little stuff I've got in like Gaze and Cos and a couple other places. And I'm thinking, I wasn't going to, but I'm thinking because of this conversation, I'm thinking be a good time to do my coin, and then whatever I've got left over from my investments, add that to the hex that's ready to go for Pulse. So I can't really answer that, Hexy Mofo. I think a copying, a doubling up of anything is going to naturally be good, right? Like you've got this and then you've got a double of it. It doesn't seem like it can be. I can't see how that'd be bad.
Right.
But dude, Comtech, you've yeah, I mean we were looking at the good, the bad, and the meme, and now we've looked at how to start your own coin. I know we've talked about this before, and I know you've talked to me about it before, and I kind of neglected it, thinking it's not something I just didn't think it'd be something that I'd be interested in. But now that you look at it in terms of how it can attribute value, and people can take that, and then as you've just shown, 24 different addresses that have been transacting your coin, it's commendable, right? Like well played, well done, and you've inspired me to do something similar. So thank you.
And like I'm still trying to understand NFTs, and you've made
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's just said wow. He's got an NFT.
Thank you, Roy Baser. Mayonnaise! Wow! Thank you, Roy Baser. Yeah, I mean, well, that was that.
And so,
Thank you,
if
Roy.
you've done an NFT, then I think it shouldn't be that difficult to make your own coin. Like you said, yeah, you need to see value in it, and you do see a possibility for it now.
Yeah.
And that's part of what this is all about. Also, is showing people what can be done and how it can be done, and
Yeah.
and if
So,
there's a use for it.
At that point, it would be kind of cool to have, like I know you said that you went to put it on Poloniex and it never quite got there and this and that. It'd be really rad to get your coin and my coin onto the exchange, and then when we do a stream, we could have both our coins up as a pair, right? A trading pair up on screen, and be like, here's the trading for today's stream, and if anybody wants to go ahead and trade, and at the end of the stream we're going to airdrop some coin out, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Wow,
That's
dude.
a possibility.
Really exciting. Hey, really exciting.
Just a quick side note. I know we probably need to wrap some of this up.
Yep.
These glasses I have on, they're interesting. They're called pinhole glasses.
Okay.
What they are, and I'll show you here in a second, but they allow you to be able to see things in focus without using prescription glasses. So without having to wear prescription glasses like this,
Right.
your eyes will look through these holes, and everything you see is in focus. So I can read fine print from about 4 inches away, clear up to an inch away from my eye, which is amazing. And I can see things across the room clearly. I can read the screens clearly here without having to squint. And you can find them on Amazon or eBay or wherever, but take a look at this. This will give you an idea. This will look familiar to you, Gibbs. Take a look at this.
Oh wow, yeah.
Doesn't that look like something you recognize?
It's like my
beginning.
It's my opening scene. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dude, that's cool. So what? So there's a certain amount of holes,
Right.
and when it's so close to your eyes, that's incredible, dude.
Your eyes focus through the different holes to look at things. Now, the first time you do it, you see a lot of black with a little bit of light, but then over time, the holes kind of vanish and you can see things. You still see some of the distortions of where the holes are, but by looking through slightly different holes, you'll see things in focus, other things not. But it's amazing. And they've got a couple different styles. These are the Neo ones, and here are the larger ones if you wanted to have more of the
aviator.
Cool man,
Yeah. That's cool, dude.
DJ look or whatever.
Both of those styles suit you, I think. Yeah. So did you do, like, had you heard about those glasses before, or did you do some research onto them?
I had come across them. I read about it, and then I decided to go ahead and get some. And I spent I think it was a whole $2 and got 2 pair from, it was either Amazon or eBay.
Right.
And at that price, I had 1 pair I broke. I sat on one of them, I think, so I broke them.
Yeah.
But at $2, a pair, or $2 for 2 pair, I wasn't too heartbroken.
Yeah.
They say you shouldn't drive with them, obviously, but
Right.
just walking around and looking at things, like I said, it's amazing. You don't have to worry about prescription glasses because your eyes will automatically look through the different holes to see things. And
It's weird. Do you feel like your eyes are working overtime now to do that, or?
no, it relieves the strain. That's why I put them on, because earlier I came home from work after wearing my prescription glasses and I felt I was squinting. So with these on, I don't squint and I can see everything focused. Now when I look at this, I've got astigmatism, so some of the letters look a little fuzzy and stuff.
Right.
But I put these on, and I can see perfectly well, and I can read fine print that I
That's
wasn't
amazing.
able to read before. Yeah.
Now, can you get them not shades? Like, can they be clear? Like I can't see your eyes right now.
Right.
Yeah.
No, they have to be this way because you're looking through the holes. If they're light,
Of course.
then,
Yeah.
if they're, then
I was going to say it might be
the
interesting
effect is gone.
if the holes, or if the perimeter of the holes were black. Yeah, no, just forget that. I'm just thinking.
Well, yeah, you could spray paint them white, or you could spray paint a pattern on them, or whatever if you want, so people could see eyeballs on the outside or
Yeah.
whatever. But
Classic.
The
All right.
concept is you still need it dark so then your eyes can see through the holes.
Yeah. Well, I've never heard of them, and I'm gonna have a look into it. I mean, my eyesight is definitely getting worse as I get older.
And these will help a lot. So while you're streaming, you're sitting there looking at your monitors, you'll be able to see the smallest text
Yeah.
you've ever been able to read without squinting or anything.
I don't think I have a problem with that at the moment, but I tell you what is annoying is, streaming with a light, right? And
Yeah.
that's why
That's another reason. I've got this light source over here.
Yeah.
That's the kind of bright. So I put these on. It makes it darker.
Yeah.
So, but yet you're still able to see. But it's like sunglasses.
I've always thought of it this way, like it's like part of the trade. Like you go to a studio, a television studio, one of the first things is lights, camera, action. So you're going to have lights, and I kind of think like, as long as I'm not going to stream, sometimes I stream for 7 or 8 hours and it gets a little much, but for 3 hours, I don't mind a little discomfort for someone to come in and say, "What camera have you got, guy? It looks rad, dude. What quality?" And it's actually more so the lighting that makes the camera look good. But I tell you what, when my eyes start going to the point where I can't see my OBS or I can't see the chat, that's when I'll be definitely going glasses of some sort. So,
Right.
yeah. And I'm going to look into the pinhole glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I said, I thought they were kind of novel. It's like, well, but it's low enough price. I can give it a try. And I was like, wow, it works great.
Yeah.
And so they're like sunglasses, but they give you a better focal length so you can see so much better.
Yeah.
And,
Cool, man.
and you don't know how your eyesight is until you put them on. Then you go, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you have to read a book instead of holding it out, this.
Yeah.
this far,
I know that
Now
whenever
that-
I get like
Yeah.
something like a sheet of paper, it's like, oh no, there's a spot where it works. So it's like, about there is where that's working
Yeah.
for this
Now, I
year.
found-
Next year it
Yeah.
might be further back.
I was doing that, and then I found with these glasses on, I could bring it clear up to like this close and still read it.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
from here, clear out to there, I could still read the text
Huh.
in the book.
That's
And
incredible.
Without
Yeah.
the glasses, I'm like in here, like you said, that's about it there. But
Yeah. That's cool. Comtech, thank you again for being here, and thanks for all your thorough investigating and the extra wallets and setting everything up to do this. It's important that people are vigilant and stay alert. I think that's what we illustrated here. They'll get you somehow, but if you're above it and you're ready to spot it, you'll be good, right? So thank you, man.
Right. And
Yeah.
and if people, and I thought that if people come across tokens that they're not sure of, if they can put the name and the ID number or the smart contract number like in in a chat or in your Discord or something, then we can look at those, or
Yeah.
the next time.
That's true. Yeah. So I guess
see
what
if it's a good thing or not.
Yeah, what you're suggesting is that those wallets you've set up, you're not going to delete them. You're going to leave them there for testing purposes, which is really handy. So yeah, if anybody watching this replay, it's going to be on YouTube and whatnot. If you do have any tokens that you're worried about and that they've appeared in your wallet overnight or whatever, put it in the chat, put it in the comment. Just, I got this in my Tronlink. Can you look into that? And I'm sure Comtech will definitely be able to go ahead and do it. I'll set my monitor up so I can share it properly with my Tronlink wallet and everything. That's good. This was the first time we've really done this today, and obviously it's got to be done differently, but yeah.
Right.
Thanks again, Comtech, man. Really appreciate you, dude. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, dude.
It's great being on. We'll talk to you later.
See you next time, man.
All right.
There you go, folks. Awesome stuff. Comtech, very, very smart guy, very thorough, very educational, and we've all learned many times from his content here. I didn't give him a chance to promote his own channel, but you can find him as Comtech, of course, and you can find his coin. I should have, damn it, I've completely messed that bit up. I was going to give him a chance to promote his stuff, but Comptech, COMPTECH, that's how you'll find him, Comptech. I'm exhausted. All these things that learning, all this stuff with crypto, it's deep, isn't it? We've just sat here for 3 hours, give or take the first half an hour when I went out, and I didn't even drink my water. I was talking before about how we've been sitting here for almost 2.5 hours just focused on cryptocurrency. I do love these streams. They really get me. I always say this, it feels like school. It feels like I'm back at school, coming out from a hefty day of learning. Didn't do much of that at school, but that's what you're supposed to do at school. I'm getting it now as a 46-year-old, nowhere near school, our own learning. Folks, though, we do have 10 Yahoos watching the content right now. Who's live on the Machines of D who would appreciate a 10-viewer host? I'll let you guys decide who that is. And while you're deciding, I want to thank the financial contributions to the content here. I do this full time, so I appreciate when you're telling me, yo, Gibbs, keep doing this. We like what you're doing. And you're patting me on the back. So I appreciate when you pat me on the back. Now, when you look to your own chit chat, you can see the top contributors to this very stream. We got Shyla Rose, the H-Man, and Roy Baser. Right there, Shyla Rose, H-Man, and Roy Baser. Thank you very much for your contributions on this stream. And Comptech, thank you for the ice cream there too, my friend. That's how you can get to Comptech. You can just click his handle, right-click, visit channel. Who are we going to host? Comptech, do you want to decide? If makes sense if you decide, right? I'm going to actually put a little tab in my what am I saying here? I'm putting a tab in my Firefox, pinhole glasses. I'm going to look at those tomorrow. Never seen them before, so there's something else. Pinhole glasses, there we go. I'll take a look at those another time. So yeah, Comptech, did you want to suggest someone we host? Or H-Man, Heximofo, who do you suggest we host? Anybody got a suggestion from who we shall host? I'll take any suggestions. Gonna have a sip of this finally. There are 19 Yahoos watching, or 16 Yahoos. 6 becomes a 9. Maybe I need those pinhole glasses. Shit. Who are we gonna host? Who are we gonna host? Elfsar is sailing with MD and BK. Sailing? He's not sailing. He's not waiting. Where's Elfsar? Sea of Thieves. Been live for 3 hours, 54 minutes. Yeah, he's not sailing, all right. He is waiting. Elfsar, hell yeah. Let's grab the handle. Good suggestion. Huh, that's weird. That's weird. Either way, that's going to give us a confirmation warning right there, folks. My stream's going to come to a conclusion. It's going to say Gives a Minute is offline hosting Elsa. There'll be the yellow bar, top of the screen. You know the deal. You got to click that yellow bar, put the words Feel That Gives Love. And I'll see you Yahoos tomorrow, where we're going to look at pinhole glasses. We are. Cheers. Elves.